Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Red Sun Gamer, son of a podcast, episode 67. Today's date, March 7th. I'm DJ Mizuhara. I have Cheesy.
Hi.
And I have Nihongo. Oh.
Konbanwa.
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 It's Chris,
Chris,
otherwise known as Chris. Good. Hey, guys. We haven't spoken for, 4 months?
Is this podcast quarterly now, or what's going on?
Yeah. Life gets in the way sometimes.
Isn't that what Dr. Malcolm said? Life gets in the way?
Probably. Who's Dr. Malcolm?
From Jurassic Park.
Yeah, okay. When did I see that? Was that 1989?
1993.
Was that 19? Okay, well, that's still a long way away.
22 years ago.
Oh, way to make me feel old.
Talking of which,
welcome.
isn't Jurassic Park 4 coming out soon?
Yeah, it is. Trailers for that have been insane.
What, insane in a good way or a bad way? Because I've kind of,
Yes.
yes in a bad
Yes.
way or yes in a good way?
Yes.
Okay, so just yes.
Yes.
More Jurassic Park.
More Jurassic Park. I mean, the park is finally opening. Finally.
Can we feed humans to dinosaurs yet?
Oh, I'm sure that's happened plenty in the series already.
Lovely. That's what I want. Anyways, so
Yeah.
back to the podcast. Japanese life. What have you guys been up to for these past 4 months? So, Chris?
How about me?
Yeah.
Well, I bought that bike, which I made a few videos about.
What's that bike?
That bike
What, a motorbike?
No, unfortunately not that cool.
Oh, you got a push bike.
It's a folding bike, and it's from England. Whee!
Yeah, go on, lads. You got a big mountain bike then, eh?
No, it's a Brompton folding bike, and it's obscenely expensive, but with the benefit of you're allowed to bring it on the train.
Make me fall over and tell me how much it is.
It is 17 man. What's that in?
Whoa, that's
What?
like $1,700.
Yeah, that's how
Are
expensive they
you pulling my leg?
I'm not pulling your leg. That is exactly how much they cost, and that's kind of the cheapest model. Actually, they get like a few £100 more than that.
Okay, so it's folding. Is it light?
It's not that light. It's about the same weight as a road bike, and
How
road
many
bikes.
pounds is it?
I don't know in pounds. It's about 12 kilos or 11 kilos.
Oh, okay.
That's like my son.
Man, they sure peddled that thing to you, didn't they?
Yeah.
No, I had to search pretty hard to get.
Where did you buy it? In Japan?
Yeah, in Yokohama, there's a shop called Green Cycle Station, and they sell it. It's really convenient if you're planning on visiting Tokyo, and you don't want to go on the trains and all that. It's good to just have one of these bikes. 'Cause you get out, unfold it, and then go wherever you want. And then if you have to get on the train, it's really easy.
So you actually are allowed to go. There's not any specific train you need to get on. You can just get on
No,
any
you
train.
can go on any train, but you've got to have a bag. In the UK, I don't know about the States, but in the UK, you can bring these bikes on any train without a bag. And in Tokyo, you've got to have a black veneer bag.
Does it fold up to pocket size?
I think it would break if you did that.
That'd be pretty awesome, though.
So
I
you
think
got a
they
bike.
had
So
one of
what?
those on-
Have you been anywhere special on a bike?
What's
What's it like biking in Japan? Because being a
beautiful.
being a driver in Japan, I know that most drivers don't give a monkeys about people on bicycles, and they never give them any room.
Yeah, I would say that I've nearly died a couple times, probably.
Okay, that's a win.
That's a good point so far. But
Keeps you alert, eh?
the thing about Japan is they've got these massive, wide pavements, and so you can cycle on the sidewalk, and the police won't stop you because you're kind of supposed to cycle on the sidewalk in Japan. So you can cycle, and you just basically get in the way of pedestrians.
Have you
But
not
there are
been
no pedestrians
Have
anyway,
you not
so it
been
doesn't matter.
stopped yet by the Japanese police? Because I see Japanese police stopping everyone on bikes.
What, on the pavement?
Yeah. No, just for asking for ID to make sure that the bike actually belongs to them, because that's the number one thing stolen in Japan is people's bicycles
That's true. Yeah.
Or umbrellas.
or umbrellas from convenience stores. So,
No,
so
I have-
they basically they have random checks on people, and you see a police car stopped on the side, and you think, hey, what's going on here? And basically he's just checking everyone's making sure everyone's bike actually belongs to them, because they've all got
They got the little sticker on it, yeah.
they got the little sticker on it, and it's all in a database and that, so they check people's ID and then they cross-reference it. But
no, I haven't been stopped on the pavement so far, but basically that makes it safer, actually. Because in London, you'd have to cycle on the roads. If you cycle on the pavement, you get stopped for being on the pavement.
Yeah, you can't cycle on the pavement in England.
Yeah, but in Tokyo and in general in Japan, it's just generally safer to stay on the pavement. So yeah, but it's a nice way to see the sights and stuff, definitely.
How far have you been?
I went down to South Chiba a couple weeks ago, and before that went all around Tokyo, like got out at Tokyo Station and cycled from Tokyo to Asakusa. Where's the temple? I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, that's where the Skytree is, right? And
yeah, exactly, yeah. And then I took a picture with Skytree at the end. Yeah, it was really, really good.
Okay, cool. So, bicycles. Cheesy.
Yeah.
I wish... I'm going to have to turn my phone off because now my phone is searching for bicycles.
You didn't say, okay, Google, did you?
I didn't say, okay, Google. I said, okay, bicycles, and it started...
So it's not the NSA listening, it's
Google.
Google listening.
Google needs to... avert its ears, and now my phone is now switched off. It's worse than the Xbox One with the Kinect.
Xbox on?
It doesn't work. It's Japanese. It doesn't understand Xbox on.
What do you say in
haven't
Japanese?
said Japanese? Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you say in Japanese to turn it on?
I'm not saying it because it'll switch on.
Darn it.
I can say Xbox on all day and it will not switch on. Xbox on.
Xboxes are turning on as a result.
Because I always hear on people's podcasts, don't say Xbox on, and then everyone starts laughing because their Xbox is switched on. Nah, it doesn't do it. Japanese just doesn't understand me. It's great.
Xbox on.
It's just giving you fingers. It's giving you like the middle finger.
Okay, Google.
Now, and the phone switched off, so yeah, the phone's no joy. So, Cheesy, you been up to anything?
I've been selling Japanese games to people overseas to fund my NES game collection habit. What,
are you kind of a junkie now?
Yeah, it's like having a Fabergé egg addiction. Except it's NES games.
Those tiny little decorated eggs.
Yeah. Remember Bleeding Gums Murphy? He was going through like $200 worth of Fabergé eggs a day.
Oh, right.
How many NES games do you have now?
Including the ones that are on their way to me, I'm up to 370 out of 677.
Damn!
Which is 54.65%.
Wait. Stop, get off the bus and back up, right?
Yeah.
A few months ago, you were saying, I don't want materials in my house. I'm going all download and I want everything downloaded because I don't want this stuff all cluttering my house and stuff. And yeah. And now you've got over 300 NES cartridges?
Yeah.
And the boxes for them as well, surely.
Did you throw away your bed and make a bed out of NES cartridges?
No, I didn't.
So you've got them piled up?
Right now they're in a plastic bin with 4 shelves you can pull out, though I'm currently searching for another big bookcase for my game room.
Damn. Oh, you got a game room?
Yeah, I've got a game room.
You mean it's a NES room?
No, I've got all my games in here.
Now, do you mean like you've built a small room, like a doghouse, out of the NES cartridges? Or
no,
it's you've converted a real room?
It's a real room.
Wow. It's like your panic room has turned into your NES room.
Well, I've got all my other games here too.
Damn it! But you were telling me like not too long ago that you didn't want like physical copies anymore when you could just download everything. And you've got like a virtual console.
Right. For future and current games, I'm going download only.
Okay.
So for this and future generations of game consoles, I'm not going to have physical clutter.
But now you're importing US NES cartridges. That must cost a fortune.
It does. I mean, the problem with doing this is, it's really quite insane. First of all, the prices on NES games have skyrocketed over the past
few years. Yes, they have.
Yes. Which is really abhorrent. It's like, really? You're charging that much for them now? Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. So there's that. I mean, I'm able to negotiate with some reasonable people who are, not selling on eBay, so they avoid the eBay charges and all that
Okay,
fun stuff.
okay.
So I am able to swing some deals, and I'm also selling Japanese games abroad to help fund it as well. But the problem is that a lot
Shipping,
of
right?
well, shipping, exactly. It's like a lot of people don't want to ship outside of the US,
Right.
which,
They're
is
region
really
locked?
frustrating. Huh?
It's kind of region locking.
Yeah, it's a form of region locking, except it's the other gamers who are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they don't want to deal with, filling out the customs form, which takes all of 10 seconds to fill out.
You should do it for them and then just email it and say print it.
Yeah, except when you print out the shipping label, you have to pay for the shipping. I mean, I guess I could do that, but I would need their address to do that. Anyway, a lot of people, simply don't want to ship overseas. They're worried about the risk or something. I mean, I haven't had any problems with it so far. And then the cost of shipping is rather extreme.
Have customs opened it yet and said, like, what the hell is this?
Oh, sure. It's like a good portion of the packages I've received have been opened for inspection.
Are they open in Japan or are they opened in the States?
They get opened here.
Okay.
So I typically see, inspection tape over the package saying, we opened this package for inspection and repacked it.
Okay. Did they repack it properly?
Yeah, I haven't had any problems with the repacking.
Damn.
They just want to confirm that what the customs form says is true, and
Do they actually count
smuggling anything.
all the individual carts and say doesn't match?
Yeah, I don't think they're going into a whole lot of detail. They just are searching for, contraband and things like that.
Are there any NES cartridges that have like battery backups inside?
Oh, sure, lots of them.
And so, like, are you going to get in trouble for like shipping batteries?
Whenever
I
I
have
ship,
About that.
I had
Yeah,
a friend
when
who tried to
shipping-
ship like a Kindle to America, and they're like,
Oh,
we can like
nightmare.
ship it from America, but if you want to
Yeah.
send anything away from Japan with a battery in it, you're in trouble or something. Like, we can't send it or something.
yeah, the Japanese post office is a bit mental when it comes to batteries.
Yeah.
They think that they're going to explode on the plane, which doesn't happen, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So anything more than like 4 battery backup games, and they won't ship them together,
Oh, really?
which is a bit ridiculous if they're taking how many packages with batteries on the plane?
Exactly.
Really?
Well, just
And-
think about everyone who gets on a plane who's got a cell phone.
Yeah, it's like people bring
Yeah.
batteries with them on the plane on passenger jets all the time.
Yeah.
And when was the last time we heard about a battery exploding on a plane?
The only time you've heard about a battery explode on a plane is the actual plane's own battery system.
That does happen,
just-
right?
Yeah,
On the Dreamliner.
Yeah, the Dreamliner's like battery
Oh,
system
well-
exploded.
That was a manufacturing issue, right?
Well, that's still a battery that blew up, right?
Yeah.
They said
So-
they said it was like a basic issue, and that all lithium-ion batteries have always been like this. They have a small chance of probably exploding.
But yeah, I had a problem with that with the Vita when it first came out.
But it exploded.
Oh,
No,
back when they weren't
they-
even allowing any batteries, and you couldn't export them to save your life.
No, you couldn't export them. Well, I could not via the post office. The post office stopped them at customs, opened it, realized what it was, charged me for trying to ship it, sent them
sent
back
it
to
back.
me, and then said you have to find an alternative way to send them. And I
Yeah.
found that FedEx would send them, but like
Yeah.
FedEx was like 5 times
Super
more,
expensive.
5
It-
times more expensive. But they
It
shipped
became
it.
economically unfeasible to export any video gaming goods for a while.
Well, yeah. Well, I actually all of the Vitas that I actually sent out abroad, I actually had to pay from my own pocket in the end.
Oh man.
But that was, I mean, I made a promise with people to send them, so I was like, oh well, fair enough.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been very fortunate to have a lot of gamers with excellent taste approach me asking to buy games from Japan. I've gotten a few people who've bought, really great collections. I had one guy bought 6 different Famicom box games from me.
Nice.
And then another guy bought like an AV Famicom and like 20 of the rarest and most expensive games.
Wow.
Nice.
And, they're really high quality games too. So I was pretty impressed and jealous at this collection that I had to send out.
Buying buying NES or NES games in Japan is kind of nigh impossible, right?
Well, I actually just got a NES game in Japan in the mail today.
Oh, really?
From a Japanese seller.
Huh.
And I want to talk about it later, but I got Metal Storm.
I've got no idea what that is, but yeah, cool.
It's an IREM game. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. But
IREM, that's a R-Type.
Yes.
Yes, that's the same people.
Yeah, but I mean, going to like video game stores.
No, you rarely ever see
you rarely see anything from the NES. Even Super Nintendo, no.
No, I mean, I've only seen NES games in Japanese game stores a couple times.
What about Super Potato?
Super Potato.
It's all Japanese,
I've not seen any NES games there.
Yeah, it's all Japanese.
I see some Super NES games in their glass box there, but
yeah, me too.
On the NES.
There's a Jaguar in a black glass box, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why would you want to keep a Jaguar in a glass box?
Well, you don't want it to jump on you.
Okay. Well, they have 4 brand new unopened Virtual Boys.
They're going to be
from America?
No, they're Japanese.
Japanese?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're brand new. They
Even so, dang.
They're actually in the original cardboard box. Not the. I mean the shipping box that they came in. So the box had 4 systems in.
Oh, gee.
And they're in that box as well. So that box hasn't been opened.
Hasn't been opened in 20 years.
No.
Jeez.
So the box hasn't been opened, and then the Virtual Boy hasn't been opened either. So yeah, they're selling them. I think it's like $1,000 or something they want for it. Yeah. But you have to buy all 4 of them.
Oh, all 4 of them for $1,000? That's not terrible.
Yeah. So
I actually just got 3D Tetris the other day.
Oh, you don't play it, do you?
My Virtual Boy's in America.
Okay, good. Leave it there.
Next time I go back, I'm bringing it.
Virtual Boy.
Oh God, please don't. Anyway,
Mario Tennis. It was all about Mario Tennis.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was a pretty awesome.
Wireland was really great.
Oh yeah.
That Galactic Pinball, that was the best.
God, I got such headaches from Wario Land. Oh man, you're taking me back now.
How long did you play it for though? You couldn't play for more than 5-10 minutes, right?
Yeah, I played it for longer.
Hours.
Yeah, I felt sick. So sick.
No wonder you wear glasses.
Yeah, that's right. That's where the glasses come from.
That's where the glasses come from. Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah, but if anyone's selling you NES games or wants to buy Japanese games, let me know.
Hey, Redstone Gamer, now an official retailer.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I bought a new car.
A new car.
A new car. Yeah, I bought a new hybrid, which is
wait. It's
cool.
new for you, or the car itself was actually brand new?
It was brand spanking new with plastic all over the seats and.
Does it conform to California emission standards?
Well, it conforms to Japanese emission standards, I guess.
Oh, okay.
It's hybrid, isn't it?
Because whenever you get a new car on the Price is Right, it conforms to California emission standards.
They say that.
Yeah, they actually say that, and that's the only
feature
add-on that they have for the new cars.
That's amazing. So you got a hybrid car.
I got a hybrid Honda.
Is it like completely silent?
Yeah.
That's terrifying because I'm on my bike, right?
So it'll creep up on you and
they
just
come out of nowhere,
mow you down.
Yes, they do. It's terrifying.
Yeah, they have this kind of it's like a Cylon noise from the
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. They've kind of got like a Cylon noise, and it's quite weird. As they roll quietly behind you. If you wear earphones and while you're riding a bike, you are dead.
Oh no, I don't do that.
Yeah, no, it's great though. But they gave me money for my old car.
Oh yeah.
And my old car, okay, it was 9 years old, but it was kind of in mint condition. It had.
Did you not use it?
I did use it, but it was kind of mint. There wasn't no scratches on it or anything like that. It was nice. It had a full DVD hard disk navigation system in it, which fully worked. It had the electronic ETC card, so you can drive through toll booths without actually getting out of the card and putting money in. It had that in it. It had brand new alloy wheels on it, new tires, the lot. and they gave me Ichima Sansei.
They could have paid you that in peppermint patties if it was mint.
They gave me, basically, how much is like Ichiman Sansei?
That's like $100.
Oh God, you're killing me.
$100 for the car. I was like, what? if I would have, like, if I had the time, if I could have gone to a scrapyard and basically stripped down the car myself,
you could have gotten more for the parts,
and I could have got a crap load more for the parts. But in the end, I was like, oh well, whatever.
It's like even the nav is worth at least $500 used.
Yeah, right. It was a hard drive in it as well, so there was like 500 gig hard drive.
Wait, what is a hard drive used for in a GPS system?
The
extra
maps,
the
data, the maps, because you update the maps all the time.
Right.
And then music, movies.
Oh, okay. So it's like you're like an entire like entertainment system.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you could plug like a USB into it, or your SD card, or your CD, and you could rip off it and put it directly onto the hard drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got $100 for the car. I was kind of like, wow.
You got ripped off.
I got ripped off, but I couldn't be bothered arguing with them, so I was like, whatever.
What else is going on?
Sorry?
What else is going on?
Well, my father-in-law scratched it on the first day.
Well, why'd you buy it then?
I bought it, and then the day after, he scratched it.
Oh, okay.
Sad.
Yeah. He was like, ooh, what are these buttons for? Like, just after he reversed, and he basically said to me, I need to use the car sometimes to pick up your daughter from school. And I said, yeah, cool. He said, can you show me how to use it? And I said, yeah, sure. And it was parked, and it was against the wall. And it's basically the right and left of the car. They've got these doors that slide open. They don't open regularly, but they pop out and then slide backwards.
Yeah.
And he was against the wall, and he went, ooh, what's this button for? And he pushed the button, and the doors just obviously they pop out to open first, so they popped out and then popped straight into the wall. And I was like,
how far do they pop out to the sides, though?
well, obviously enough to.
Are they like DeLoreans or?
Yeah. You must have been really close to the wall.
Going
Yeah,
doors.
I was like 5 centimeters against to the wall, but that's where you're meant to be, where I park, because it's got like a bench seat in the front driver's spot. You can basically jump across your own seat and get out.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, so he scratched it. I was like, wow, thanks.
That's annoying. Do you have one of those computer systems that shows you like a video of what's behind the car when you reverse?
Yes.
That's amazing.
They're kind of
I've never seen that. I've never ever seen that on any cars in the UK.
I updated my firmware as well of my car. It was great. I was like, wait, hybrid car, firmware update. Then a week after I got my new car, I lost my job.
What?
Yeah.
Where'd you leave it?
In the parking lot, I guess. No, the company I was working for forgot to
Pay you?
not pay me. Submit for the new semester starting in April.
What?
And for some reason they didn't submit the paperwork, so basically 25 people lost their jobs.
What? I don't think that's something you forget.
Well, they didn't forget. They didn't submit it on time. They were out by a day or two.
What?
And so they lost 25 people's jobs. So that's kind of annoying.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks, man.
And then I got my wife pregnant.
Congratulations.
So I guess it's a win-win. New car, lose job, wife pregnant. That's quality, right?
Goodbye, money.
Exactly. What money I had left. Anyways, enough of this rambling and get on with what we've been playing.
Okay.
Don't have any jingles for what we've been playing, so we'll just get into it.
We can make one now.
Go on then.
What we've been playing. Do. How about that?
Okay, that's staying in there, and you can be embarrassed for the rest of this podcast.
I've been embarrassed just my entire life of just keeping it going.
Fair enough. Well, you play music anyway. You could make a nice little jingle.
I should do, yeah. I should. Maybe I'll get my iPad out and I'll write something while we talk.
Cheesy.
Yep.
You've been playing a game that's what, 17 years old?
15.
15 years old, but it's new.
Yep.
And it's in 3D.
Yup.
What is it?
Well, I've met with a terrible fate, haven't I?
You have?
I have.
I don't know. What are you referring to?
Majora's Mask.
It works.
It works.
Sorry, I'll do that later.
Do that later. Just tap on his iPad. Yeah, Majora's Mask.
So as soon as development wrapped on Ocarina of Time for the 3DS, Grezzo immediately rolled on to Majora's Mask.
Mm-hmm.
And then the internet, deciding that it wanted to demand the follow-up to Ocarina of Time, started an online petition called Operation Moonfall. And this is likely after production had already started on Majora's Mask.
Oh, really?
So for like, how many years has it been? 3 years. Development was proceeding on this game.
Right.
And the internet was asking for it.
Excellent.
And Aonuma said in the latest Iwata asked that they basically saw that happening and they couldn't say anything about it.
Just laughing.
Because it hadn't been announced. And they're hoping beyond hope that they would, please be patient and wait for it.
Please understand.
Yeah, basically. So that must have been heart-wrenching for those guys.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Let's hope that it's the same thing for Shenmue.
Yeah, except
No. The only good thing in Shenmue was forklift truck racing.
Which was amazing.
But the rest of it was garbage.
No, come on.
Come on. Garbage.
Anyway, the whole fan campaign for Majora's Mask was, as it turned out, completely pointless.
It was, yes. And I guess you downloaded it?
Yep.
Is it it's like 10 o'clock, right? In Japan it comes out.
Yeah, that's the good thing is the downloads get posted at 10 o'clock the night before the release date because it takes time to download.
Yeah.
So it took 25 minutes to download.
Ooh, that's long.
Yeah, I know. So I'm playing the game at 10:30 the night before release.
And that's on your new 3DS.
On my new 3DS, yes.
And that's the faster Wi-Fi, so
yeah,
normal 3DS is probably hopeless.
It downloads faster than the old 3DS.
Oh, it does. I did a video with that.
So that was pretty nice.
So how about the game, though? Because I've never actually played it. The last Zelda game I played was Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo.
You're missing out.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I moved on from when I was a kid, and I had so much time to put into a game.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a problem, finishing some of the more recent Zeldas, but I still try to make time for them.
So have you finished it?
I have not finished it yet.
You have not finished. How far are you into it?
I'm currently at the Snowhead dungeon.
Does this game have an option at the beginning for English-Japanese?
No, it does not.
No, it does not. Because when somebody told me about the Pokemon having a language select, I was floored because I had no idea.
Best feature ever.
Yeah, best feature ever, right? And so I immediately, when I found out, and I checked online, and I watched a few YouTube videos, and I saw that it was a real feature. I ran out and bought it for my daughter, and she loves it. So
awesome.
That's cool. She plays it in English as well, so I tried to make her play everything in English. So
that's awesome, yeah.
But if you are learning Japanese, Majora's Mask has furigana. Kanji.
Furigana.
For the win.
That's Chris's favorite word.
It is my favorite word, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big win if you are still studying kanji. And I was on my first playthrough 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I, sat there, playing the game with the kanji dictionary open in my lap.
Right.
And, looking the characters up one at a time.
Yep.
Muddling my way through this.
That was me with the Super Nintendo version of Link to the Past. I finished the Japanese version, so I sat there with the kanji dictionary in my lap as well.
Yeah, so that was actually the first game I ever cleared in Japanese.
Nice.
That was mine was the Link to the Past 2, Japanese. Well done.
Yeah.
We are Zelda buddies.
Right. So the new Majora's Mask, though, has upgraded a lot of the character models and environments. So they look a lot nicer than their N64 counterparts.
So, have they just put some spit and polish on it, or have they actually gone back in and changed any of the mechanics in there? Or
the game plays the same way, but they've done a lot of work to alleviate a lot of the cases in which you'd get stuck.
Okay. So they've actually addressed issues then that they knew that they were there.
Yeah, so they went back and replayed the game, obviously, and they came up with Nanja Korya list, which means what the heck. So
Nanja Korya.
They had this what the heck list. And, just
Excellent.
a laundry list of all these things where players might get stuck or they don't understand it or it's like doesn't make any sense. So they went back and made it so that you could solve a lot of these puzzles. I mean, you're still able to solve the puzzle on your own, but a lot of the non-obvious things they put in more hints for. And actually, inside of the Clocktown Tower, there's a Sheikah Stone that you can consult to see all of the objectives that are open and which of them you've cleared.
Right.
And what you would need to do for the ones you haven't cleared. So I only, took a peek at that to see what it's all about. Though, I mean, it seems pretty well laid out. They've also upgraded the Bomber's Notebook. There's this group of boys in Clocktown that call themselves the Bombers, and they give Link... Well, they don't give Link the notebook himself, but he acquires it from someone else in town. Anyway.
So they supply terrorists with weapons.
Yeah, something like that. It basically allows Link to track all of the events that take place over the course of the 3-day cycle. So any objectives that you learn about go in the notebook, and as you clear them, they get checked off. And you can now add an alarm that will go off right before an event takes place. So if you see an event on the timeline and you want to be reminded when it's about to happen, you just set the alarm for like slightly before that time.
Right.
And then Tattle, the fairy, will tell you when the timer goes off.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty neat.
I've got a question for Chris.
Yes.
Why did you not pick this up?
I did not pick this up because I haven't finished Ocarina of Time, which was my last Zelda game.
Dude.
So I'm ahead of you, but not ahead of Cheesemeister.
Damn it. Actually, tell a lie, I've just remembered. Last one I played was Wind Waker on the GameCube.
Well, that's much further.
But I only played it for about an hour and then got distracted by Enter the Matrix.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my mistake, I guess, right? Because that was an awful game.
Made a huge mistake.
What
I
is
really
Enter
did.
the Matrix?
I
What is
took
that
the
even
wrong.
for?
I took the wrong pill. I think I bought it on the
The wrong
PS4.
pill.
Yeah.
PS4 wasn't out then.
Sorry, it's a PS2. Beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Yeah, PS2. I think I bought it on the PS2.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is it
Yeah.
better than Street Fighter, the game of the movie of the game?
Oh, gosh.
Which I think apparently does exist.
I actually owned that for a couple hours at one time.
Gaming regrets. Gaming regrets.
Well, I only bought it used so that I could trade in towards Ocarina of Time, incidentally.
Oh, my goodness. I've actually done like the exact same thing, but with, what did I buy? I think I bought Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha. Do you remember the original 3D one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I owned that for about like an hour so that I could trade it in.
Right. I mean, at the time, EB Games was running a promotion where if you trade in, what was it, like 5 games, you could get credit towards Ocarina of Time, full credit.
Nice.
Ooh.
So I got 5 games on the cheap from another local used game store, traded them in, got my Ocarina action on.
I've been doing that lately. Actually, I've been going to a store, looking at what their buy-in prices are for games. Going to another store called Gayo, buying games that are cheaper than the buy-in price.
Yeah.
Buying 5 or 6 of them,
Yep.
taking them back to the store, selling them, getting the money back, making more money on it, and then buying a game with the money that I made.
Yep.
That's genius.
Isn't it?
I'm going to do that tomorrow.
It's a big pain in the ass, but it's kind of worth it because I'm getting a free game out of it.
There you go.
So yeah. Anyway, sorry. Back to back to Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask. I've got a question about Majora's Mask, actually.
Yeah.
I've got two questions. One, is there any real benefit to it being on a handheld?
Well, the benefit
why isn't this a Wii U? Why isn't this a Wii U release?
Because the assets are still sufficiently low res to the point that if you put them in high def, they would look pretty blocky yet. And the textures are, still 3DS level textures.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like they upped them to high def textures. I mean, you can get away with that on something like Wind Waker where it's cel shaded.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's a little higher, and it's a bit tougher to hide on something like Majora's Mask.
That's true.
It looks pretty good on 3DS though.
The other thing I want to ask is apparently Zelda humor is funnier in English. Have you heard this? Apparently the jokes work better in English, and that actually in Japanese they're actually genuinely not as funny.
Well, the Treehouse has, a world-class writing staff.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, so...
But how would you compare the English... Have you played the English version?
I think I have.
Like, how would you compare your general Zelda experience, English and Japanese?
The English is pretty well handled. I mean, there are a lot of Japanese colloquialisms that they change into English language colloquialisms, just to convey the same sort of impression, the same sort of experience. They wouldn't, do the amateurish thing and have, straight up literal translation. According to Keikaku.
What's Keikaku?
Keikaku is Japanese for plan.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I thought that was an auction site.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about some sort of special...
No, everything is going according to Keikaku.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Cool. So you're playing this on the new 3DS, right?
Yeah.
So we've had the new 3DS, since October? No.
Yeah. Yeah, it was October.
Was it October, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you finding it?
The C-Stick doesn't work all that hot.
Right.
I mean, I opened up the calibration applet thing and tried moving the C-Stick around, and its movements seem a bit irregular. I think I might send it into the service.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, Chris,
adjustment.
Have you been playing any games on your 3DS, the new one?
I have been playing a bit of Monster Hunter on it, and I played that Final Fantasy Explorers game on it. It's functional. I mean, it's not as good. I mean, it'll never be as good as having an analog stick, but it's much better than having nothing. Because sometimes when I have to do gameplay videos, I have to go back to the old 3DS, and I really miss it. I'm like, why do I have to use the touch screen to move the camera around?
Oh, okay. So after, what is it, 6 months now it's been out, right? Wow, almost 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah. Your impressions of the 3DSR? The new 3DS, that is. Because the States has just got it, right?
Yeah, it was just like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'd say that it's brilliant, but if you get the XL, not a lot changes. Like, if you get the XL, like, the graphics look a little bit better. There's better color on it, and in general, it just feels nicer. Plus, it's got the C-Stick and all that.
Is the frame rate improved in games?
Frame rate's not improved, but like the color saturation, it actually.
So the screen is better.
Screen looks more has sort of dark colors and more saturated bright colors. That's what I noticed at least. Right. So I think that will matter to some people. But in general, like if you're not playing games like Monster Hunter, you're not going to notice the lack of the C-Stick.
Right.
And I think really it would be a better upgrade if you're going from like an old 3DS or an old 3DS XL and you're moving to the regular one.
So would you not call this a? This is not a. How would you say it?
Next gen.
Well, no, it's
not obviously.
No, it's not. It's like you had Game Boy, and then you went from like Game Boy to like Game Boy Advance. Like a whole new system as a whole. Yeah. So the addition to a C-Stick, a slightly improved screen, and obviously a little bit more power under the hood. Is it worth getting a new one? Because in the States you've only got the XL. You don't have a choice of
exactly.
the small one.
If it were me, if I had an
funny.
XL, if I had the old XL, I wouldn't bother. But if
Would
I
you not
had,
bother?
I wouldn't go from an old XL to a new XL.
Right.
If I were going from an old XL to a new regular one, then I would consider that.
I think the real killer for the new 3DS is the face tracking.
Oh yeah, that is good actually. That does work really well.
Yeah, it projects the 3D image at your eyes, no matter what orientation your face is relative to the screen, which is really, really nice, and it keeps up.
Do you
really
find
well.
Do you find it keeps up well?
Yeah, it keeps up really well.
It works really well on mine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you'd have to be like in a really weird situation, like in the rain or in
The dark room.
in the dark room for it not to keep
I have
up.
a funny feeling it works in a dark room though, because I've been playing in my
Yeah,
room
I've
and
played
it's
in
been
the dark,
fairly
too.
dark. It seems to work, and I think it's because that thing that I thought was a camera, I think it's like an infrared light.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
it's infrared. I think it's infrared here.
Yeah.
So it can keep tracking you in the dark. I mean, obviously, if you like cover your face or something, then it won't pick you up all the time.
I haven't switched on my new 3DS since the last time we spoke.
Oh, you don't play it?
Nope.
I played it a lot when Smash Brothers was only on 3DS, but then it came out on Wii U, and it's just not as fun on 3DS anymore. Like if you've got a GameCube controller, there's just no reason to play it on the 3DS.
Have you seen that mod by was it Katsuki?
Oh yeah,
He's got a controller mod for the 3DS.
yeah. It's not for sale yet though, is it?
Yeah, it is now.
What?
It's
Has he
on.
put a price on it?
Yeah, I think it's on. Well, I saw it was on his website.
I saw it on the blog, but I wasn't sure if he was actually selling it. But yeah, it's brilliant. You can like plug a GameCube or a Super Nintendo controller into your computer and then control your 3DS game directly.
I think you can control it directly from the 3DS. No, I think you plug it into the 3DS itself.
Huh? I have to drill another hole into it.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too
Wonder
sure.
how-
But anyway, yeah, you can control the 3DS now with a controller, which is pretty cool. Because some people who do the capture thing or
Yeah.
actually play the 3DS on a TV,
Yeah.
that's how they do it. So-
Yeah. Mine goes through my TV, but I can't see how it must plug into the PC. There's no way you can plug it directly into the game thing. And anyway, in any case, you need a PC anyway
Yeah, you do.
to get it onto a TV. So
Yeah, true. Cool. Okay, so it's definitely worth an upgrade then, Cheesy?
I'd say so.
For the 3D alone?
Yeah, I think so. That would be.
well, if you use the
Main
3D,
feature.
and I'll be quite honest, I reckon most people I've spoken to, like over 70%, don't use.
I
the
don't.
3D.
I switch it off. It's never been on.
Yeah, if you haven't been using the 3D on your 3DS, it's finally usable on the new 3DS.
That's
So-
true. That's a good way of thinking about it, actually.
Yeah, I think the old 3DS put me off, though, to never switch it on. To always make sure that slider was down.
Well, now you can crank it all the way up.
Crank it up.
And now
Cool.
they've made the slider look the same on the left and the right. They're trying to trick you.
Cheesy, did you buy Smash?
Yeah.
Have you bought Amiibos?
Not
Sorry,
for
Amiibo.
myself.
Amiibo.
Yeah, it's lowercase and plural is the same as singular.
Yeah.
But no
So-
one's following that.
Have you bought Amiibo?
Not for myself.
Amiibo. Ah, so who have you bought them for?
For people overseas.
Ah, okay. So you've been buying Sonic and Rockman.
No, I haven't bought Sonic or Rockman.
Oh,
Though
okay.
I'm kind of tempted by Rockman. Kind of tempted by Samus.
Yeah, I would have thought you would have got Rockman regardless if you
Yeah.
would use it or not. I did.
Yeah, I might still.
I did. I bought Rockman.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Rockman and Sonic. Woohoo!
You know, you're tempting me. It's like
I mean, but Rockman looks
Rockman.
cool.
I know.
Look at him. Look at his little blue tush. And Sonic looks awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never.
So yeah, I got that. I got them, and I don't even use them. They've never actually been paired to my 3DS
oh,
or my
no,
Wii
you should
U.
do that.
Are they still in
Fun.
box?
No, they're not in the boxes. But
You should
Can
put
you
them on the
not
Wii U at least.
can you not see me?
Sorry, I can't. Your
Oh.
your video doesn't work. I can't
Oh,
see.
my
it.
video not working.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, I can see you now. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's turned off again.
It's turned off again.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the Rockman and I saw the Sonic for a second.
Anyway, I haven't bought
couple
into
blue
Amiibo
birds.
myself because I wouldn't really use them because
Usatsuki.
their usage in games is rather limited.
Rather, yes.
Super limited.
Extremely limited.
Second
Smash
of all,
fans only.
they're very difficult to find and thus rather
They're
expensive.
not difficult to find. They're so easy to find in Japan.
In
No one
Japan,
wants
it's
them.
a lot better than overseas. Holy cow!
Yeah,
Well,
overseas,
those
I
guys
don't
are
even know why
suffering
they're
over
so
there.
popular over there.
Well,
There's blood in the streets.
there's all this pre-order bull now. People
Yeah.
pre-ordering and
Oh,
stuff.
it's like all the
and
pre-orders
store
are getting
exclusives.
cancelled, and it's just
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
mismatched and
Who's
ridiculous.
doing store exclusives for?
I know. It's
Walmart
like,
only.
did they
Gold
not want
Mario?
people? Oh, the Gold Mario. Gosh, it's like you release something like that for Walmart only, and you ship maybe, I don't know, a couple hundred, couple thousand. They sell it in about 5 seconds,
Yeah.
and then you see Nintendo of America tweet 1 minute, get your Gold Mario Amiibo exclusively at Walmart, and then 5 minutes later you see eBay tweet, can't get the Gold Mario Amiibo? He's on eBay. Buy it now. You go check the auction that they posted, and it's $200.
Oh man,
It's like, really?
It's
Really?
it's all completely artificial. I think.
I don't
No,
understand.
it's absolutely artificially
I don't understand how
inflated.
Nintendo have actually got to this point.
Well, they're
Like,
completely undershipping. They've underestimated demand, and they're undershipping, and they're continuing to
but the
undership.
thing is, I don't understand is they underestimated. This is Nintendo products, and they know that Nintendo fans go absolutely bonkers for it.
Yeah, it's like Iwata was saying that they weren't expecting
I'll
people
get lost.
to buy them
Really?
up and start reselling them on auction sites.
because
for high
because they
prices.
wouldn't do it in Japan.
Oh, it's happening in Japan too.
It's-
Oh
it's-
no! What really?
Yeah, it is.
It's already started. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Well, you
For a
can't
long
find.
time, I was able to get anything I wanted
You
for like
can't, no.
months.
No.
You can't find the first or second wave anymore. They've all gone. Rockman and Sonic have disappeared. The only ones you can
Oh, yeah,
find
they've
in a
disappeared.
the only ones you can find in the store now is Mario, Luigi, Yoshi,
Donkey Kong. Peach.
Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Kirby, and Pikachu, and they're about the only ones you can find. The
Yep.
rest of them you will not find.
Little Mac's gone. Meta Knight's gone. Lucario's gone.
I should have bought them
Trainer's
when I
gone.
saw them.
Yeah, they've all gone. They are becoming rare.
Which
But then
is
again, I
ridiculous because they're brand new products. It's like they can make more.
Well, I think they went back and said that they realized that the mistake that they've made, and they're going to start to reprint some of them.
Yeah, some of them are being reissued in May.
Oh.
So it's like you can see how fast their turnaround is on these things.
Well, it's just plastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, but really they should be doing a much better job of gauging demand and producing to meet that demand, because there's no reason for the resellers to make buku bucks on new products like this.
This reminds me of the 20th anniversary PlayStation. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone was not stealing. They're taking them and putting them on eBay. And I think
every
Sony,
single one showed up on eBay.
yeah, every single one. What did Sony say? They're just like, we're so disappointed in the fans.
We're losing
We can't
you.
believe you would do this. And it's like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah,
It was obvious. They shouldn't have done it like that. It was the wrong way to do it.
obviously it's the wrong way to do it.
Absolute wrong way to do it. If they wanted people to do it, they should have, like, if you were a fan of it, you should have made sure that you had a PSN ID.
Yep.
You know, make sure that it was all connected. That you had a Vita and you were in the Sony PlayStation ecosystem.
Yeah, yeah.
And then do it from that, not from bullcrap what they did.
Yeah.
This silly drawing. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like enter this drawing for a chance to win a retail price PS4, which you can turn around for $1,000. Basically,
It was
because the only
it was-
people who are actually going to buy another PS4 are people who are going to resell it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, even if you remember on the PSP, there was a special edition PSP for Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
Yes.
There were 77,777 of these machines produced. They went on sale and were snapped up in an instant, and were suddenly, commanding, double their price. If you can't even keep 77,177 units in stock, how are you expecting 12,300 of these?
That was worldwide. That wasn't just for Japan.
Yeah, and that was worldwide.
That was worldwide.
It seems like Japan got less than every other country.
Oh, sure. It's like, I don't know, did they get 400 or something stupid? It was ridiculous.
I don't know, but the PlayStation Experience that was last year, they took a whole bunch of them there and then sold them there. And then they gave the people in the States a chance to buy them online. So they had you had 2 chances to actually get one in the States, I guess.
Yeah, and I think in Japan you got a chance to enter the drawing, which I did and failed.
Yeah, I did twice.
Yeah. And then they had edition number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1 out of 12,300 went on Yahoo Auctions and sold for something like $500,000.
Oh my goodness!
It was like 13 million yen.
It went for a crazy amount. Yeah, you're right. It was more like $130,000.
Yeah.
In any case, that would have been a record if it had actually sold.
Yeah, because the guy pulled out, right? Or didn't.
Right. Sony announced that the buyer did not actually pay for it.
Yeah.
And it was an auction for charity.
Which Sony paid.
Yeah, Sony wound up actually paying the winning bid amount to the charity anyway.
Yeah.
And
it's good of them. It's nice that they did that. It's not like they could turn around and say, we're not going to pay for this bid anymore, because they look like really awful.
It's like, sorry, charity. You just got screwed by this flaky buyer.
Yeah.
So that was pretty ridiculous to see. They actually took that system and put on display in the PlayStation store.
Yeah, in Ginza, store. Right?
Yeah, it's in Ginza on display, so you can go see it.
Wow. But I don't know I think they lost everyone's information in Japan who actually
that's the other
won.
thing, is the 123 winners of their drawing.
They
lost
all
the information for them. And how, as a multinational corporation, can you do that?
Yeah, but they did it before. They did it before. Like,
North Korea stole their data, but I didn't think they deleted their data. Right?
Nope.
I love Sony so much.
Sure, you make a film that insults the nation of North Korea, and they hack into your corporate.
Why not? I would
steal all the data and make it public.
Yeah,
and then
you just
right after that.
Maybe they should just ask North Korea for their information back.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So after you've had this massive data breach,
just give them a big TV. It is a big TV. Can have the PlayStation money back.
After this, very large and expensive lesson about data security and retention, they lose data about the contest winners for these very expensive PS4 systems. It's like, did you not learn your lesson from the hacking incident? I mean, what's going on there, guys? Did you have it on a floppy disk? Run it through airport security x-ray machine and it got degaussed? What happened?
They had it on a Vita memory card and nothing can read that otherwise.
Yeah. It's like, that's basically write-only memory.
Oh, God.
Once you write data to one of those Vita memory cards, there's no getting that data off there again.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Speaking of Sony, we've been playing Dragon Quest Heroes on PlayStation 4, Chris.
Yeah, have been.
How is it?
I really enjoyed it.
You're further ahead than I am, aren't you?
I've sold it already, but yeah.
Whoa! Did you finish it?
No, I was 14 hours into it, and that's like the most I've put into a game for absolute years.
So you played through the tutorial?
No. The tutorial only lasts for about an hour.
Oh, okay. So not like Final Fantasy 13.
Absolutely not like Final Fantasy. No. I really enjoyed it. It's a Muso type game, but it's not as straightforward as Muso. There's a lot of how how would you say, tower defense structured type levels.
Yeah, with the monster coin things.
Yeah, and the monster coins, and as I said, tower defense type levels. There's ones where you have to, I guess, like an escort mission, but it's not as boring as an escort mission. It's still fun. I really enjoyed it because it mixed up Muso and give you other objectives to do, and then it introduces this thing called monster coins. And these monster coins is if you destroy like a monster within the world that you're fighting, they poop out this coin, this metallic
I hope
coin.
you don't mean that literally.
Well, no. When you kill them and they explode, there's a
They
coin
drop.
there.
Okay.
And actually, one thing I really liked about this game, all of the noises for dropping things, they're all the original sounds from like the NES. Yeah, they're all the old like 8-bit sounds, and it's awesome because you've got like these high def 1080p 60 frame a second game, which is going nuts. There's stuff all over the place, and you've got these little sound bites that are all like 8-bit sound bites, and it's great. It works so well. It's just, the combination of the two is
There's
really
one
good.
that doesn't though. Right at the end of every mission, when the mission's clear, it just goes and it's like, what happened? Is the mission over or not?
I think that's probably because they didn't have a sound for that, or that's something that didn't sound right,
That's
so they had
the issue
to
I
make
take
it up.
with the Dragon Quest series is that it's too obsessed with its own nostalgia that it's not able to move forward.
Yeah, well,
bit,
it's painted with it, but I really liked it from the get go. I enjoyed it because not because you actually get to choose like between two characters. You can start off with what the hell's the guy's name?
The guy's name is like Acto.
Acto, and is it Mia?
Mia.
Acto or Mia. But you can change the names to your own name or something else.
Yeah.
So you can choose between the guy or the girl character at the beginning. And as I said, as you progress and you go through the levels and you're beating monsters and stuff, they drop these monster coins. And at the bottom left of the screen, you've got like these these placeholders, and it's got like 6 slots.
Yeah.
And each coin, sometimes one coin would be like 1 slot, another coin could be like 3 or even 4, and they take up the slots, and you can have them at the bottom. And basically, when you're being overrun or you need some backup or help and stuff, you can use these monsters that you've beat to assist you within the game. So, for example, on one of the tower defense levels I was playing, you had to protect this tree.
Oh yeah.
And I had a whole bunch of like these rock guys. Actually, can't quite remember who the name of the character, but it's like a big guy. He's made out of rocks.
Is he like a defense type? There's like 2 types, right? There's defense and one other.
Attack, right?
It must just be attack.
Yeah.
And defense types. Yeah.
And basically, you can select the characters with using the D-pad, and then if you push forward, you deploy the character, and then the character actually assists you within the game. Like he can like defend or attack whatever's coming to try and destroy whatever you're trying to defend.
Yeah.
So you've got a whole bunch of these monsters, and you've got these little portals which open.
Yeah.
And when the portal opens, the monsters from the other realm start all flooding through the porthole. So basically, the faster you can destroy the porthole manager, I would guess.
Yeah, the gatekeeper or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the faster you can destroy the gatekeeper, the faster the gate will close, and then no more monsters are allowed to come through. But if you leave the gatekeeper open, it will just keep going and going and going. And you're like, oh my god, because I didn't realize at the start. I was like, where the hell are they all coming from? And then you can check the map, and it's got like this purple swirly.
Yeah.
So as soon as the level starts, you're always checking the map to see where the swirlies are, and then go kill the gatekeepers. But it's a Muso game, so I thought it's just going to be a button masher, and essentially it is, but it's a lot of fun because the way they've broke up the levels, they're not just like the normal Muso type level where you start 1 point and then you've got to take over this section and then go get this section and then get this section. It's not that, it's slightly different, so I understand why the the producer of the game was saying, "Oh, this is not a Musou game." It is, but it's a.
No, but it's got its own character.
It's got its own character
yeah.
to it. Yeah, it's got its own like level. The way the missions are set out, they're different to a Musou.
Did you get to any of the big bosses?
Yeah.
And how are they like? Because I haven't got to a big boss yet.
Well, I fought this. He was like a statue, and
Yeah.
he basically hops. he hops around, and
That's terrifying.
it's quite well. It is quite terrifying because it's huge. I mean, it takes up the whole screen, and it can kill you with like 2 hits, 3 hits
By hopping on you.
by basically
Hop to
literally
death.
stomping on you. But you in your team, you can select a party of four. That's including yourself, and you can switch to anyone in your party at any
Yeah, that's
time.
a good feature. Yeah.
Yeah, anytime, just pressing. I think it's R1 or L1, one
Yeah,
of the two. I can't
one
quite
of them.
remember. It's just a one button press, and it just cycles through them. So if you keep pressing it, it just cycles through the characters, and it literally jumps to them. And it's a really nice feature, being able to play in battle, and you can kind of strategize the way you're going to play it, depending on which characters you choose to take into the level with you. Because sometimes you'll get into the level and you realize, oh crap, I need someone who's like really strong, or I need someone who's really agile and fast. So
Yeah.
depending on what level you're on, you need to choose which characters you bring with you, and you do that by going to the hub world, and you go to the bar, and in the bar you can switch out the characters you want to take with you. But yeah, you can choose the characters, and as you progress and you level up, everyone's leveling up, so it's like kind of an RPG as well. So you're leveling up, your weapons are getting stronger. You can go to a store and you can buy weapons and weapon upgrades and magic upgrades and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's kind of like an RPG Musou type game, and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. The music was beautiful. Visually, it looks great, and the amount of characters on screen is nuts.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like was the hub world. The hub world looks like something from a PS2. It's disgusting.
That's not just the campsite. Is there a special place that you go?
Well, it's the hub world. You know where you go and you're able to choose your characters, and then you're able to like make weapons or upgrade your weapons.
Oh, right,
it's
okay.
that area. It
Yeah.
looks horrible. It's badly lit. There's jaggies all over the place. The frame rate's awful. It's like it's 2 separate engines. It's just really weird.
Yeah. Disappointing.
You can kind of tell it's using basically the same assets from, because this is a PS4, PS3 game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So you can kind of tell the environments themselves are pretty poor, I would say.
They're a bit flat.
They're really flat.
Yeah.
The textures don't look amazing. The lighting is okay in places. But I think it's just all of the raw power is the amount of characters and the
Yeah.
special effects all going on screen.
Yeah.
Because once it gets going, as you're progressing, you're going through some of the later levels, and the amount of characters. Because don't forget, sometimes you've got like 4 or 5 portals open, and it's actually just streaming with enemies. And then
Yeah.
you've got some big enemies like the big trolls and the like the lion and the rockmen. They're all coming through. You've got like those coming out of 5 different areas, and then you're deploying your own to
That's right.
attack them. So the amount of stuff on screen is absolutely bonkers.
Does it ever slow down?
I don't recall seeing.
I haven't noticed any slowdown myself.
I haven't seen
but
any
yeah.
any slowdown at all,
Which is really
I was-
nice.
Yeah, I was really impressed with it.
Really impressive.
I was curious to see the PS3 version, but I haven't.
Presumably it doesn't
Right.
slow down either, but apparently it only runs in 30 FPS on the PS3.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it being any higher than 30 on the PS3. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's kind of expensive though. It's like 7,500 yen or something. 7,800.
It is pricey.
Still a new
It's-
price.
Yeah, it's still a new price, but I think because it's got the Dragon Quest name on it, it comes with a premium.
Yeah, always commands at least 7,000 yen.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was surprised because I wouldn't pick up a Dynasty Warriors game
Yeah. Well, I've
No.
tried some of the demos, and they're just there's just nothing for me there.
Throwaways. The story behind them is usually throwaway and laughable. The voice acting is always revolting, I guess. But this is Dragon Quest, so it's better. It's more fun. It's more charming.
It reminded me of Knack.
Really?
Yeah, actually, there are bits about the voice acting that I was
in a good way. Oh, okay.
I think it might be the same guy as the guy from Knack or something.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Not sure.
I was a little confused, but
the guy they use at was it Arct or whatever his name is? Is he speaking German? When he's attacking, I'm pretty sure he's screaming, he's shouting German.
I haven't noticed that, but
you not noticed that? I'm pretty sure he's shouting German when he's attacking dudes.
Warum hast du das gegessen?
Yeah, you
I'll
could
check
say
that out
that
next time.
But yeah, listen to him. I'm pretty sure it's German.
Brilliant. No, I'm really looking forward to those big boss battles though, because I'm a big Monster Hunter sort of hunting game fan. So I think I really enjoy that part of it. The hack and slash actually doesn't really do it for me. I'm kind of like, I did this fiery attack and I killed 600 things at the same time, and I'm like, but it's just default. You're like given that attack.
The thing is, though, is how did you when you first booted it up? It gives you an option of how you want to play it. You want Kantan or you want
I actually chose
regular.
Kantan, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. You've chose Kantan. So Kantan just lets you just button mash the buttons and like stuff happens. But if you chose the other option,
What's it like?
it's much harder. It's much more involved.
All right, it's probably more fun as well.
Yeah, so you've got like real button combinations to perform in order to do special moves instead of just going X X X X X X X X X X and
Right, I'm going to change it because I mean it's fun, but I only really enjoy like you say the tower defense part and the boss battle part. But I think if I want to actually enjoy the actual combat bits, I probably need to change the control scheme.
Yeah, you've got a jump on there. You've got an evade button. You've also got I think must be R1. If you press R1, then you get four. They're not filled in at the start, but then you've got like 4 special attacks or like special moves that you can do within the game, and each character that you choose, and each character that you choose by pressing L1 to select them, each one has a slightly variant on their attack.
Yeah.
And depending on how you've upgraded their attacks in the hub, depends obviously how you perform when you're in the actual game. And you unlock these abilities as you go through. Not only do you is it set in as a quest, like Dragon Quest, it's just quest. But you've got a story and you've got a quest side of it as well, so you can go and earn more money to build up your weapons faster by going on these other quests and doing stuff for money and for potions and special powers and stuff. Yeah. So you have got a whole bunch of quests to do as well as a story. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was
awesome. I'll definitely give it like another week or so. I'll do another few gameplay videos. I've got about 3 now.
I liked it better than Hyrule Warriors as well.
Oh, so you did play Hyrule Warriors?
Yes, and I couldn't stand the music.
So that's probably the newest Zelda game you played.
The butt rock music, I guess what people call it. I can't stand it. It just drove me up the wall.
What did you call it? Butt rock?
Yeah, butt rock. People call it. I don't know what it means. Like I hear like other people say it on other podcasts and stuff, and they all like laugh when they say it. Go, yeah, I love butt rock, and they're like, what's butt rock?
What that means.
Gosh.
Yeah. Anyway. It's not. It's more classical, and I think it suits it better. So I was more happy and more inclined to play it. So
that music's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then.
Dragon Quest. Heroes, that is PS4 and PS3. It was funny that when they announced it and the music started playing, I think it was at TGS, and I was in the line to play Bloodborne. And when that music started playing, like everyone around me was like, "Oh my god, Dragon Quest!" And then like it was like it's a Muso game, and everyone's face around me. You should have seen everyone's face around me. It was absolutely hilarious, and they were looking at each other, going, "Muso." And I was like, yeah, oh my god, it was a huge troll, but yeah.
It's always really shocked me that Final Fantasy has always been like super popular in the West, but Dragon Quest hasn't been quite as popular. And in Japan, it's always been the opposite, right?
I don't think because it's ever been like localized properly.
Yeah,
there are reasons why Dragon Quest has failed.
It's too big. Because I mean, like to localize that stuff like years ago, it's too big. It's like 100 and.
Well, the thing is that the series was never properly supported in the West.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Enix America was, basically, left out to dry. I mean, they didn't even really publish the game themselves, did they?
Sure.
Dragon Warrior 1, was that even published by Enix?
don't know.
No, it was published by Nintendo, in fact. And there were so many unbought copies that Nintendo Power ran a promotion to give away copies of Dragon Warrior with subscriptions of Nintendo Power.
What?
It was that unpopular, and that's how I got my copy of Dragon Warrior.
I was going to say, did you get a copy then?
Yes, I did.
Do you still have it?
Yes, I do.
Is it on the wall in a frame?
It's in America.
On the wall, on a frame.
No, it's on a bookshelf. I still need to get a bunch of my NES games back from America. But basically, what happened was, after the free giveaway of Dragon Warrior and Nintendo Power, you had the other 3 Dragon Warrior games on the NES released September 1990, March 1992, and then October 1992. They all cost like $60 or $70.
Yeah, they were expensive. I remember
in early '90s money.
Yep.
So if you think about inflation, that's like $120.
I remember seeing them.
Crazy.
I used to import Game Fan.
Yeah.
I used to import that like every month, and I used to see it in that magazine, and I was like, "Wow, this is expensive."
Yeah. So there's no way chore money or allowance money could ever save up for games that expensive. I mean, $50 was about the limit. I saved up $50 for Mega Man 3. Couldn't get anything more expensive than that, basically, before I broke down and got a game. So the sales of Dragon Warrior 2 through 4 must have really languished. And then by that point, when Dragon Quest 5 came out in the Super Famicom, I mean, they didn't bring that over to the Super NES at all. And then same deal with Dragon Quest 6, that was not brought over on the Super Famicom either.
Well, yeah, I guess it wasn't brought over because obviously it didn't do well, but then
NX America had
that
closed down by that point, in fact. So there was no publisher in America to support it. I mean, they could have, had Nintendo publish it for them, but that didn't happen.
Do well enough, yeah.
That didn't happen. So by the time the series came back with 7 on the PlayStation, America had forgotten all about the series.
Yeah.
And it didn't have that nostalgic cachet that it had in Japan, which, had propelled it to greater and greater
still
heights.
does. And what's crazy is that, like, when because I teach and I see young kids, and if I sing the Dragon Quest theme music, they know exactly what I'm talking about. They're like, Drakwe, Drakwe, Drakwe. They know exactly what it is. And if you, like, hum the tune from Final Fantasy, they'll be like, what's Final Fantasy? Like, kids have no idea what Final Fantasy is. Like, even if you share them, like, a recent one, they'll be like, what is that? Is that a new game?
How old are these kids, though?
Any age. Like, if I've talked to, like, primary school kids, like, they know about Dragon Quest and they've never heard of Final Fantasy.
Primary is what?
Elementary school.
Elementary school, okay.
Well, you have to understand, Final Fantasy has fallen off a cliff since Final Fantasy X.
No, that's true. But then, like, and I talked to, like, junior high school kids, and, like, maybe out of a class of 30, I'd say maybe 2 or 1 will know about Final Fantasy, but every kid, no fail, knows what Dragon Quest is.
Well, I mean,
that's because it's on the...
it's on 3DS.
It's on the 3DS, that's why.
Well, the DS had Dragon Quest 9, and then the 3DS had all the remakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all on the Nintendo.
Plus all the Dragon Quest, what is it? Oh, there's the Monsters games.
Yeah, it's like those keep the popularity up.
Yeah,
whereas Final Fantasy has dropped the ball continuously since Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
So it's like you've got MMOs and then continually delayed games and then underwhelming games. It's like
Talking of MMOs, by the way, I actually started playing FF14 again.
Why?
Only to get to Gold Saucer. I haven't even tried it yet, but I finally got to level 15 a few days ago, and I'm able to go to Gold Saucer now, so I'm gonna make a video about that later.
Is Kasith there?
Hopefully, he better be.
Cool.
But yeah, I just thought I'd drop that in there.
Dragon Quest. Anyways, righty. Okay. Chris,
Yeah.
you've been playing PS4 as well. God Eater 2, right?
God Eater 2 Rage Burst. So it's the sequel.
This is a PS Vita
It's PS4
and PS4.
and Vita. Yeah,
Are they cross-play or cross-buy?
they are. They're cross-play. They're not cross-buy.
Right,
sadly.
okay. Japan doesn't do cross-buy, do they?
Oh no.
They kind of run away
Incidentally,
from it.
Nintendo just announced its very first cross-buy ever.
What's it gonna be?
The new Mario vs. Donkey
Mario.
Kong game.
I was going to say, it had to be a Mario game, right?
Tipping Stars. So if you buy the 3DS version, you get a code for the Wii U version. And if you buy the Wii U version, you get a code for the 3DS version.
Hot damn.
And guess what people are going to do with that sort of cross-buy system?
Sell it on eBay.
They're all going to sell their codes, so they're still doing it wrong.
Oh man, that's. Oh, dear.
Well, it's because all they need to have is a unified login system, and if whatever you play it on, it just automatically
Not gonna happen.
pops up and downloads to your other system.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, so
That's-
they're still not doing it right.
No, fail. Anyway, well, that's good though. It's good that they're doing it.
It's good that they're finally
Yeah.
experimenting with cross-buy. It's not on a game that I was interested in, but it's encouraging nonetheless.
Well, I was actually thinking of buying Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for my kids, but I'm not too sure if it's too hard.
It's challenging.
Yeah, well, she's just finished Rayman Legends.
Then she'll probably be fine with it.
Oh, okay, fine.
Just finished Rayman Legends.
In which
Yeah.
case, I would recommend Tropical Freeze, yes.
Oh, okay, so you can do that then. That's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, back to
God
Burst.
Eater 2. It's not a new game, obviously. God Eater 2 came out last year. Obviously, in the West, no one has God Eater 2 at all. So hopefully, if they localize Rage Burst, it'll be like the definitive version
sorry,
to go for.
sorry. I'm just going to say Dragon Quest Heroes.
Yeah.
I think the day before it was released in Japan, it was actually announced.
It
that
was,
it's
wasn't it? Yeah.
It's getting released in the States.
Yeah,
at the
I
end
made
of
my
the
video,
year.
and in my video I said, I don't know if it's going to be released, and everyone's commenting, they're like, they just announced it today, and I'm like, oh, lucky you.
So they're announcing it, and that's great news.
That's
so
brilliant news. Yeah.
Yeah, they just announced it immediately before the Japanese version came out,
Yeah.
just to hope against hope that people will not import it. It's like, what kind of timing is that? You announced that stuff when you initially announced the game, please.
Well, it's good that they're doing it, and I'm pleased that the West will get it. It's
Sure.
it's a game that I think they probably looked at how well Hyrule Warriors did.
Yeah.
Which is doing really well, actually.
Exactly. So they said, "Oh, we want a piece of that, so let's get it out." And
Definitely.
plus the fact that it'll probably be a pretty easy, and a pretty easy process to localize it because it's not like a massive. It's not like a massive 100-hour RPG.
You don't have a bookshelf full of scripts to translate.
Exactly. So it's probably
Dragon Quest 7.
I think
it'll
it'll
be
be a
easy.
quick turnaround. Well,
Super
not easy, but like a quick.
I think it'll be
turnaround.
fairly easy.
But yeah,
Well,
well,
I
it's
mean,
not an
from what I've
RPG.
seen
It's
so
not.
far.
It's not an RPG, so it's good. So yeah, I'm pleased for the people in the West. They'll actually get a chance to play it.
Yeah. By comparison, God Eater 2 will be pretty hard to localize. There's a lot of text.
really?
And loads. Because God Eater 2 is often billed as like the story hunting action RPG. So it's like Monster Hunter, but with like a more anime kind of dramatic kind of storyline going on. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of scripted sequences. In fact, more than I would even want. I think before I was like, hunting games, okay, they're fun, but I want more story. And then God Eater 2 kind of went too far, and there's just like this loads of... Sometimes there's like missions just so that they can show you a scripted sequence. Like, you go into the mission, you kill one monster, it dies, and then it's like, mission complete. I was like, what? Why did I even do that mission? It was just to get to a scripted sequence. And I'm like, I don't even want to watch this scripted sequence. But apart from that, if you just think about the missions-wise, like, is it a fun hunting game? Like, it's actually really, really good. I really
So
enjoy it.
you've just brought up Monster Hunter straight away.
Yeah.
The comparison.
Of course.
I've always I've always had an issue with Monster Hunter of how hard it was to actually get into.
It's mega hard.
If you don't have somebody to play with and to help you through, it's a real hard chore to play. And if you haven't got like a senpai, so to say, it's almost impossible to get into it. And then when you get online, it's kind of intimidating when you get online.
Yeah, everyone's like level
600, whatever. Yeah. And it's a show-off game as well, because whenever you kill the monsters and that, you can then build armor from the monsters. Yeah. So you can see instantly, as soon as you get in and online, you can see who has what, and then you realize, oh my god,
I need to not get into this.
Yeah, and then people say, well, if you play it for 16 hours, it gets good after 16 hours. I haven't got 16 hours. I don't play games for 16 hours. So I want a game that just kicks me in the face straight away and says, right, let's go.
God Eater is definitely that game. Yeah, I've played pretty much all of them. I've played Tokiden, and that's basically just Dynasty Warriors. And then I played Soul Sacrifice, which is trying to be Monster Hunter, but even more difficult to get into. It's got all this magic that you can only use one time, and once you've run out of the stocks, then you have to like craft new magic. It's hell. I really didn't enjoy Soul Sacrifice. And then there's God Eater 2, and I think God Eater 2 actually does it really well because the action's really fast. It's not as smooth as Dynasty Warriors, so you actually feel a bit more satisfaction when you take down a monster. But also, like
Dynasty Warriors?
Not Dynasty. Well, you know what I mean. Samurai, all the Warriors games, anything by Omega. Omega Force.
Omega Force. Yeah.
Anything by them, because I think they're the people who make Tokiden.
Yes.
It's just too fast and too hack and slashy. But God Eater 2, like you say, Monster Hunter is quite hard to get into at the start. But God Eater 2 is quite a one-player focused game. You can get 4 people together and play, and the missions get really, really simple and really easy if you do it with 4 people. But it's essentially like a one-man game. You go in and you do it, and they teach you how to do it. They're like, this is how to aim the camera. This is how to fight this thing.
So is it story-driven?
Massively story-driven.
So it's like Freedom Wars?
But actually, Freedom Wars broke out of the mold every now and then. Freedom Wars, they'd be like, okay, now you're not going to do the mission. You're going to walk around and you're going to talk to like 8 people and you're going to go and collect something. It was a bit like, it would suddenly turn into Monkey Island when it needed to. But God Eater is straight ahead. Okay, you need to get the next mission. Go and chat to this guy. Scripted sequence. When it's done, okay, back to the mission.
So you bought this on PS4?
Yeah.
Did you buy it on Vita as well?
I didn't, but I could.
Because I was wondering how it works between the two.
You can just turn your Vita on and turn your PS4 on, and they'll connect. You can play multiplayer together, local.
No, I mean, like if I'm playing the PS4 version, can I stop and then take out my Vita on the train and carry on the train? Can I do that?
I don't know. You might be able to cross-save. I think it is cross-save, which means you could save the game and it would.
So you could put it onto the cloud.
I think it will cloud save. I'll have to double check that. But I think you can do that. It's not as advertised on the PlayStation advertisement that they got sued for. Do you remember that?
No.
Sony had to pay out something like $1 million to everyone who was affected. Anyone who bought a PlayStation Vita before, in the first month that it was on sale in America, they actually got their money back because Sony misadvertised and said that you could play
their money back.
Yeah, they got some amount of money back because if they on the advert it said that you could pause your PS4, pick up your Vita, and continue playing. Just pause the game, and they ended up paying out loads of money to anyone who had just bought a Vita.
That feature support has been pretty spotty and certainly not universal. So I could see.
And it definitely doesn't work the way as
poor Vita.
I love my Vita.
So do I. I think it's awesome.
I think it's amazing.
Is God Eater is that getting localized? You know,
they patented, they copyright, they got the domain name for like God Eater 2.
Okay, that's pretty good
UK or something.
Indication then.
Yeah, so they've got it for the EU, I think. but whether like there's no official release date.
Okay.
So yeah, but I hope it comes out because I think it's fun and it's definitely easier to get into than Monster Hunter.
How does it look?
It's beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah,
does it
but
look
then
like
maybe
a PS4?
I'm just used to
Does it look like a PS4 game or does it look like an up-res Vita game?
It's not as nice as a PS4 game. Definitely not. It looks like a PS3 game.
Okay.
If you were
But
playing,
with
if you
bells
played,
and whistles.
if you played Monster Hunter 3 on the Wii U, I think it's similar to that.
Okay.
Because when Monster Hunter 3 came out on Wii U, they up-resed it from all the... Well, not really up-res. They, from the Wii version and the 3DS version, they just made it better than that. But it's not, as... Like, it hasn't got as nice polygons. You know what I mean? High poly models.
Yeah.
As a normal PS4 game, yeah.
Right, okay.
But you don't really notice. It's kind of anime style, and they've got sort of like... sort of characterized
so
anime
it's
look.
really stylized then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It suits it. I think it looks really good.
Nice.
So
'Cause
yeah,
I was thinking of buying it, but again, it's one of those. I was thinking it's going to take too long to actually get into it.
It's really easy to get into.
By the time I get into it, I would have finished the order.
But
Speaking of the order, I did finish it. I mean, that's the game length I want now.
4 hours.
how long did it take?
7 hours.
7 hours? Okay. Just right?
For me, it was perfect.
Awesome.
I finished it. It was 2 sittings.
Okay.
Which was nice.
That's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, so...
For a grown man with a family?
Exactly. It's exactly what I wanted.
Nice.
And I went and I sold it, and I got 4,000 yen for it.
Nice.
So
that's how much it's going on sale for now. Actually,
it's
$3,999.
yes, it is. It's like $40 or something now on in Gayo as a video rental store.
Yeah,
it's very cheap, but I enjoyed it. I mean, that game has set the bar for visual standards.
Mm-hmm.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything like it. I'll quickly say that I played Revelations, and oh my goodness, Revelations looks like a game from the last gen, like from early last gen.
Revelations, Resident Evil.
Biohazard, sir. We live in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks horrible. I think the order has spoilt me because it looks beautiful. It's acted really well. The voice acting is great.
Kidding me. I'm gonna go out and buy it like right now.
It's worth it for the money, but I haven't seen a game drop price so quickly other than Drive Club. But speaking of Drive Club, has gone back up in price. That's the only game I've seen go down to 2,000 yen, and then for it to go back up to 4,000 yen. I've never seen a game.
Is that because they finally fixed multiplayer or something?
I think that's because they fixed multiplayer and then they started selling DLC for it. But it's been working for ages.
Okay.
Much before they dropped the price to that's like $25 or something. But then it went back up again to almost full price again. So.
I was just playing it yesterday. It's a brilliant game. I like it.
Which one?
Drive Club.
Oh, you play it?
Yeah. Well, not often, but like every now and then when I've got like 5 minutes. Because what's great about Drive Club is you can just pick it up for like 5 minutes and do a challenge. I like that, and that's basically how I have to play all games.
I need to throw you some challenges then.
Yeah, do it.
That's also one of the best looking games I've ever seen.
It's amazing, yeah.
Anyways, time is getting on, so I think we're going to skip a bunch of stuff.
Okay, let's go.
March is rather busy and extremely painful for wallets.
Beware the Ides of March.
Marching off with my wallet, I should say. Yeah, March is a killer. I'm going to just run through a few games that come out in March.
A number of these are going to be not worth picking up, though, in all honesty. There's a lot of releases, but they're going to be...
Well, I'm going to tell you what I'll buy, and then you can tell me what I'm going to buy. This is basically on... I don't think I've got everything. Well, everything...
Let's hear it.
Anyway. So, I got Bloodborne, which is on March 26th. I've got Yakuza 0, which is March 12th, which is on PS3, PS4. Then we've got Final Fantasy 0 HD with the Final Fantasy demo on there as well. Which
Oh my God.
I think that's why everyone wants.
Oh my
this game.
God,
Fantasy 15,
yes.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 15.
So
which
you're
is
buying the
PS4.
demo and you get a bonus authorized port, right?
PSP
So
game.
it's pretty much the same as Zelda Vendors to get Metal Gear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same deal. So yeah, you got Final Fantasy, then you got Biohazard Revelations 2. This is the full package. This is the full season, I guess, which is on March 19th. Then you got Phantasy Star Online 2 Episode 3, which is Vita.
Yep.
Then you got Muramasa, a Demon Blade, which comes with a whole bunch of DLC, which is new, which is March 19th. Then you got One Piece Pirates Warriors 3, which is PS3, PS4, Vita, March 26th. Then you've got Big Boobies game. Big. Have you seen? Go to Big Boobies game on Google. If you go to the
You actually
official,
type that in, Big Boobies game.
no. Type in. Go to the Sony.
Going right now. Doing it.
Sony-
It does not come up with the game you're talking about. What
Okay,
game are you talking
Google.
about for our listeners?
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay,
Senran
Google.
Kagura.
Senran
Kagura,
Kagura.
yeah.
Senran Kagura, right? Go to the PlayStation website, so it's jp.playstation.com.
Mm-hmm.
Then go to, at the top it says software, then go to new releases. You click on new releases, then click on, when's it out? The 26th, right?
Yeah.
Scroll down to the very bottom, I believe. That's where it lives. It's at the very bottom of the page. Click on it, and then now you're on the Senran Kagura page. Now, click on if you're opening this in a Google browser, click on Translate this page with Google Translate. Go down to the very bottom of the page where it says the genre. And what does it say?
Hold on, I can't even get
John-
to the new releases. I can get to game software.
Okay, I'm gone to the games page and
Where
the
are you?
genre.
Hang on. On PS4.
Yep.
The
Then
genre is Baknyu Hyper Battle.
So use Google Translate to translate it.
Well, I can tell you what I would translate it as, but
No. Yeah, it might be the same thing.
Google Translate says it's Big Tits Hyper Battle.
Yep.
If I were to translate Baknyu Hyper Battle, I would
Okay.
say Exploding Boobs Hyper Battle,
Okay. Well,
which is literally what it says. It's a bit more illustrative of the Japanese term Baknyu, which is used for really large breasts.
yes. Big
That's it?
tits
That's the only
battle,
time that it's
hyper
used?
battle. Yep.
That's the word that is used.
Anyway, so we've got that,
Epic.
which is March 26th, and then Mario Party 10 Wii U, which is March 12th.
So you're getting Mario Party 10 and Senran Kagura Estival Versus
No, for this March,
this month. In
I'm
the same
going
month.
I'm going with Bloodborne, Yakuza, Final Fantasy, both versions I'm getting, PS4, Xbox One.
What? Why?
Why?
I want to laugh, I want to see what's what.
Why would you buy the game twice?
I'm going to do some videos of it, comparison stuff, so that'll be interesting to see.
Oh, it's a
the
port
differences.
from a PSP game. I don't think it's going to be that
No.
The
No. The demo for Final
Oh,
Fantasy
the
15.
15 demo, yeah.
I'm not going to play HD.
It's not
I'm
a bad
talking
game,
about-
though. Type 0 is a good game.
Yeah, it's alright. It's not bad. I don't care, though. I've played it once and I don't need to play it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I played it at TGS and it looked awful.
It did.
It did, yes. Yeah, so, and Mario Party 10. So, Bloodborne, Yakuza, Final Fantasy, Mario Party 10. They're the games I'm getting in March.
Okay.
Nice.
Anybody?
Phantasy Star Online 2, Episode 3, won't be on Vita TV because Phantasy Star Online 2 is only on Vita and has never been on Vita TV. sadly.
Why?
Because they are
Is it
massively
touchscreen?
missing out. Sorry?
Does it use touch?
It doesn't. Well, you can use touch, but you can play the whole game without using touch control.
So why can't you play it on Vita TV?
Because Sega
PlayStation
Because
TV, right?
Sega. Okay, good reason.
because Sega can't be bothered. All they would have to do. Maybe they're worried that it would clash with people who are playing on the PC version or something, which I can't understand why that would be bad.
Right.
Anyway, it's a massive, massive shame, and I've been waiting for it, and I'm pretty sure it'll never come.
Okay.
Oh, good job, you got it.
But what games
carry
are
on,
you
sorry.
getting, though?
So not Phantasy Star Online 2 again.
Okay.
I will pick up the Final Fantasy demo, definitely. Muramasa I probably won't go for because I actually got a bit bored of that. Have you guys played that?
Yes.
It's actually not as good as I thought it was going to
so
be.
pretty, yeah.
It looks beautiful, but after a while it's like, RPGs shouldn't be platformers.
Nope.
Yeah, it gets to be a bit much. I mean, you can run through the entire game, and then by the time you reach the end of the game and beat the boss, you see that, oh, you don't get the real ending unless you level up all your stuff and unlock all these swords. And it's like, how many dozens of hours would that take?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, plus you
It's
have
like,
4 new DLC packs. So.
I know, I did get the Vita version. I haven't played through it yet. I do want the DLC. It's just a bit overwhelming.
It's beautiful, though. I mean, it's an amazing
absolutely.
game, yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know if I can put the time in for that again. I think I will. Oh, sorry, I've got this written down. I'm gonna pick up Sword Art Online, Lost Song.
Okay.
Does anyone else even?
Is this one of these MMO games that I keep seeing on TV all the time?
So, the anime is about an MMO where all the people get trapped in the MMO. They can't log out, otherwise the Oculus Rift will like fry their brain.
Excellent.
So that's how Sword Art Online. That's why it got so popular. But they made video games that make it feel like you're playing an MMO, but none of the games have actually been an MMO. You're just playing a one-player game that looks like an MMO with lots of NPCs and stuff. But the latest one is going to involve flying. So it's basically it's like the second half of the anime where they go to a different video game called Alfheim Online, I think.
Right.
And they get fairy wings and you can fly, and people are really excited about that. I love the anime, so I'll definitely pick that up.
Is this on? This is on what?
It's on Vita and PS3.
Okay. So you're going on with Vita, right?
Yeah, I'll get on the Vita. PS3, yeah, no, definitely not.
Okay. Anything else?
The only other one I was going to go for is Atelier Rorona. Are you guys familiar with those ones?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
What's this?
Uh,
is this a Kusou game?
Okay, what?
It's an otome game.
No, it's not. What?
Is this a Moe game?
It's not. Well, it is definitely a Moe game, but it's basically
Explain what Moe is, please, because
Oh,
people
gosh.
might be going, "What's
Moe is when something is so cute it actually burns. it
All
actually
these-
moiru, it burns. No,
Yeah.
moe is the way that Japan uses. It's the term that Japan uses to describe anything that they want to objectify, turn it into an object, and that makes it cuter. So little robots are moe, but so are girls. If you can objectify one of them, it becomes moe.
Basically, super cute anime girls.
Yeah. So anyway, Atelier Rorona is basically one of these vacuous RPGs that is not got any real interesting story to speak of, but it does have a really excellent cooking system.
Cooking?
That's what I buy games for. Cooking Mama.
Do you cook
Cooking
mama
Moe.
in that game?
Cooking Boy. No, I think Cooking Mama is actually quite popular still, isn't it?
I think it's fallen off.
It's fallen off now.
Yeah.
Anyway, in Atelier games, they're quite interesting because you do a lot of material picking up and cooking your own bombs, basically. So yeah, I'll probably pick that up because it's a remake of a PS3 game, but on the 3DS, and I thought that'd be interesting to see.
That should look good. Cheesy.
Yeah, this month I'm getting Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, that was your game of the show for TGS, if I remember
was.
correctly.
That is correct.
So that's coming out this month.
I am super excited. There was actually just a new trailer posted yesterday
Huh.
that shows, a lot more of the gameplay than we've seen in the story trailers. So, it looks like it has really solid platforming action and, really expressive use of color and...
Wait, tell me. I'm not an Xbox One follower, so tell me.
Is that an Xbox One exclusive?
It is.
Oh, okay. I shall be buying that too.
What's the summary on this game?
So it's done in watercolor style.
Ooh.
And you play this elf-like creature that kind of glows whitish blue or bluish white, and you have to find your way through the forest after your friend leaves you, and you have to fight this giant raven, apparently, who is the antagonist and is destroying the forest. I mean, there are, very, very varied stages in the game and lots of different platforming trappings.
It did look really beautiful at TGS.
Yeah,
I remember because you were really impressed with it when we came back.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. I didn't know it was coming out.
What's the date on that one?
It's coming out on March 11th.
Oh, nice. It's like next week, right?
It's a Wednesday.
In a couple days here.
Sweet.
Days, yes. This Wednesday coming.
So I'm super excited.
Cool. And what's this other one?
Gunman Clive 2.
Say
on
what?
3DS.
Have I missed the first one?
Yes, you have. In Japan, it's called Gunman Story.
Okay.
So it's actually, I believe it's less than $5, but it's a platforming shooter in the style of Mega Man.
Is this an eShop game, man?
It is.
Huh, okay.
But it retains all of the classic Mega Man style of gameplay, and it has really interesting boss battles and lots of different obstacles to navigate. So I really liked the first one, and the second one is adding new playable characters and all new stages and lots of different items to use, apparently. So I'm excited about that.
Cool.
It's already out, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Oh, it's out already?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Wow, well, March is rather busy.
Yeah.
Expensive. Yeah.
Rather expensive.
Are there any new Amiibos coming out?
Yeah, there is. There's a whole bunch of them, right, that come alongside
is that
Mario Party.
Ah.
You got like Toad, and then you got new poses for Mario and Luigi.
Oh, no.
Wait, does that mean you can't use them in Smash?
They're Amiibos, dude. You can't use them anywhere, basically.
Not sure. Might have to check. Might be able to.
Not entirely sure, but I think you get one with with a pre-order of Mario Party 10. I think you get Toad in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's the only way to get that Amiibo.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
and it's
sad.
the same price as the price of the actual game, so it's free.
Yeah, but if
pre-order it.
For the Amiibo collectors out there, they're going to start strong-arming you into actually buying full games now, which is not that big a stretch. It's kind of distressing, isn't it?
Oh, no.
It's a racket, right? It's a racket.
It seems like it. It's like, we're going to make you an offer.
Isn't that cheaper? It'll be cheaper to get Amiibos that way, right? Because then you buy the game with the Amiibo.
Want the game,
and then just sell the game without the Amiibo.
You'll get less for it.
Obviously. You get way less for it. Because the box will be different as well. There won't be any barcode on the box, so they'll know it's come from a package. Because the back of the box will have the barcode on it, but so if you sold the game, the back of the box of the game won't have the barcode
It'll say
on it.
Not for resale.
Yeah, because it comes as a package.
Naff.
Exactly. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. So Mario Party 10. Has anyone actually played a Mario Party game?
Long ago.
A long time.
Are they fun?
They're fun for beating up your palm. If you want to lose skin on the palm of your hand, that's the way to do it.
I've got a question. Why do we need Mario Party? Like, we've got Wii Party, we've got Nintendo Land.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it different from?
It is. It's
Wii Party?
Played like a board game, and you actually roll virtual dice to see how many spaces you're going to move.
You roll dice in Nintendo Land, in Wii U Party.
Yeah, but Wii U Party is generic. This is Mario
generic.
Party, which is...
My kids love Nintendo Party or Wii Party or whatever it's called. Yeah, Wii U Party.
Yeah.
My kids love it. So it's all good.
Mario Party, basically whenever you land on a tile, you launch into a mini game where you have a chance to collect a star, and then whomever has the most stars at the end of the game might win the game.
What, do you play Smash Brothers at the end to find out who wins?
No, basically what it does, it's kind of stupid. I don't know if the series has changed, but at the start, basically what happens was, at the end of the game, each character has a certain number of stars, and then they give out extra bonus stars for the players who meet certain conditions, like collected the most coins, or won the most mini games, or moved the most spaces. And it's just completely random at that point. So it's like all that effort you did to win those stars is pretty much for naught, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win the game if you do wind up earning the most of them in the game. So it's really kind of pointless, but people have fun with it. They're on the 10th iteration, so
yeah, it must
still be selling.
Yeah, it can't be all that bad, right?
Yeah.
I really like Wii U Party, but I can see where a lot of people probably didn't buy it because it doesn't have a character on it. And Japan loves characters. Like, it's hard to sell anything. It's like, you can play as your Mii avatar. They're like, I don't want to play as I want to play as Mario. So I can see where Mario Party definitely still has a market.
Right. Cool. Okay, speaking of pre-orders, Metal Gear Solid 5. that has...
Tell us the price again. How much was that?
It's
$100.
8,400 yen plus tax. That's the regular edition.
So it is
$100.
$100.
That's the regular edition.
Gosh.
The store special edition, which isn't the edition with the bionic arm, which is just, I think it's got like a map with it, but then there's a special Konami edition which you can buy off the
premium
website.
set.
The premium set, which is
with a
like,
bionic arm.
With a bionic arm, and it's like Niman Yonsen, which is...
It's more than that.
It's not. It's like Sanma Yonsen,
300 and what, $330?
Well, the exchange rate has changed, but yeah.
It's changing, isn't it?
But yeah. It would have been like $340. But yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Crazy.
What is the bionic arm, and why would you need that?
It's a mantelpiece.
It's a mantelpiece.
They're selling you mantelpieces now. People, mantelpieces.
I think you can adjust the hand to hold a PS4 controller, I think.
Will it hold your hand through the game?
No, but it'll probably give you a good hand job, though.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, but it's expensive, and it's kind of crazy. But it's the game. It's already on pre-order, and it's the game which is furthest out I've ever seen. I've never seen a game so far out already on pre-order in stores.
Really want that money.
Well, I've never seen a game which is not out till another...
It's a 6-month pre-order.
Yeah, it's out 6 months, but most of the stores I've seen it in, they've all gone. All of those pre-order
they sold all the tickets.
Gone. Yeah, they've gone. I've been to 4 Geos. I just looked. There's like 4 Geos all around me, and I've been to all 4 of them, and they've all gone already. And they only went up there like 3 days ago. If you
think about Metal Gear Solid, what is it? Ground Zeroes, the game that came out last year. In a way, that's kind of like a bit of a pre-order as well. They're like, well, we can't give you the game for like a year and a half. How about...
Buy the demo.
Yeah, how about the demo of the game?
I didn't mind buying the demo. I enjoyed it. I don't care. I mean...
I enjoyed it, but...
It's a demo, and I got way longer than what other people got out of it because I just started doing stupid stuff.
So
really
if you
stuff.
pay $40 for the demo, and then $100 for the game, or, I'm sorry... $340 for the premium set. By the time you're all done, you're going to have spent what, $380?
Probably. I just want to give it to Kojima so he can go to a restaurant and send Instagram pictures of his food.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is, Kojima, if he thinks he's done making Metal Gear games, I'm afraid he's going to be sadly mistaken after this.
Konami just going to keep putting money in his pocket and keep saying onegaishimasu.
Yeah, they're going to keep on forcing him to make the same game over and over again.
Didn't he say that he thinks he's worried that no one's ever going to finish this game? He said, like, there's going to be so much content in it, it'll be
I think he's worried about himself not ever finishing the game. Because he wanted to finish it after 2, but he still hasn't finished.
Yeah.
Kotaku, in fact, just posted a list of all the times that he said that he's done with Metal Gear Solid over the past decade. And
Oh, well.
every single time has not come to fruition.
Kojima.
You can't walk away from that.
Poor guy.
It's too much now.
Is he like the most highly respected game developer, designer in Japan?
He must be, because Hollywood's all over him.
Yeah. What was it? He's making a game. He's making some sort of horror virtual reality game with Guillermo del Toro, right? Is that Kojima?
Yep. Yep, with Kojima, yeah.
What are they making? Like
It's Silent Hills.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Silent Hills.
That's what it is. It's a Silent Hill game, right? With the dude from Walking Dead.
Daryl?
Daryl, yeah. Daryl from Walking Dead. He's in it. Good luck to him. I think it's good. It's good for the industry that people recognize that it's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we got some. I guess this is going into some news. I guess.
Yeah, we're already in the news.
Are we? Okay, we're in the news. Yeah.
There was some good news and some bad news on the 3DS front.
Thank you.
Cubic Ninja didn't work.
Cubic Ninja. Yeah.
Yeah, there was Cubic Ninja, and then there was the Region 3
Region
exploit,
3. That was awesome.
which lets you go to a website and then you can play out-of-region games on your 3DS.
Yep.
The bad news
Your
is
3DS, old 3DS.
Nintendo has now patched it out.
But they forced the patch as well. They pushed it.
Yeah, so if you have your 3DS anywhere near a Wi-Fi hotspot, it
It's
has
already
downloaded the update, and it's going to keep on asking you to install the update until the end of time.
Yeah, they've done that. But then they had this thing called Gateway as well, right?
Oh, the
Which also-
flashcards?
The flashcards that got around it as well.
Yeah, have those
And
been
that-
blocked now?
That still works on, I think it's
Really?
9.4. I think it's 9.5 it won't work, but 9.4 it still
Yeah, we're
works.
already on 9.5.3 now.
Yeah, so I think if you're on 9.4, it's okay.
Am I the only one that didn't even know they had version numbers?
Jeez.
Where does it even tell you what version you're?
Go to your system settings and
Oh,
it'll say
what?
at
No.
the top screen, I think. The top screen, the bottom right.
So
Oh.
that was frustrating.
But it was awesome though that they got it working, and
Yep.
to watch videos of people put in. But they put in. He had a Japanese copy of Smash Brothers, and he put it in his European 3DS.
Nice.
He put it in, and it English.
What?
No.
It was in English.
No.
For crying out
way.
loud. There's no reason to have that region locked.
No way! You're killing me.
It's in English.
It's the same stupid ROM then.
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
It's one line of code that tells them to block it out,
It's
and
a
another
freak
line of
if
code
statement.
to tell you, yeah, if the console is this, run this code.
Oh.
All you have to do is comment out that single if statement
No.
I know, right?
in
It's
the
funny.
firmware to get it region free.
Yep.
That kills.
There's no reason for it, guys.
me.
Nope.
What if your entire Japanese game collection, if it was all like that, you could just comment out one line and
Oh, jeez.
have it suddenly all your games
I mean-
in English as well.
Nintendo. Iwata even said at the the September
Oh yeah.
investors meeting that they realized that there would be some benefits to them,
And in
To
fact,
go
we've been giving you the
region-free.
same ROM to everyone.
and
Yeah. Make
obviously
one,
they're starting
make
to realize
one
that they
SKU,
would get more sales if it were region free.
one SKU. One. That's it.
One
Well, I mean, they can still sell it in different regions under different.
Yeah, I know you can still sell it once, but
There's
they
no
only have
reason to
do
block
is
it, basically.
yeah. It makes no sense. Anyway, they blocked it, and yeah, if you had your Wi-Fi switched on and you didn't want it blocked, sorry. I'm
You
pretty
can
sure
keep
they'll
on
get.
saying no to the update, though.
I'm pretty sure they'll get around it though. Again,
Hope so.
because Cubic Ninja, it's still open.
No, that's been blocked.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because they would have to block the game, right? They just have to change.
No, they patched the firmware such that the exploit no longer works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, I've still got Cubic Ninja.
you should go
anyway,
and get your
I-
500 yen
Well-
back.
I don't
Yeah.
think they actually ever got region free working through Cubic Ninja.
No, but it was a road to it, right?
Yeah, I think the hacker eventually gave up on region free through it, which is unfortunate.
It was great though because to get region free working, you did that like local play or something, and then with the local play open, then you opened the browser. Then you went to this website and it then basically just switched something. Then you could put your game in and you could play it.
Yep.
Pretty awesome. Sorry, Nintendo. Anyway, next. What else have we got next?
Well, there's a rumor going around, as posted on NeoGAF, that the next version of the PS4 firmware will allow button configurations.
Oh my god, I have a US machine.
So do I. This is huge because
Yeah.
the US machines are stupid. And
X to confirm.
X to confirm and Y to cancel. Who does that? Come on.
I guess America?
That's so stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Actually, you're confusing it. It's X to confirm and circle to cancel, right? It's not.
In America, yeah.
It's circle, right?
Circle to confirm and X to cancel in Japan is the way it should be.
Marubatsu.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
that even makes sense in English.
Yeah.
Why you would have circle to cancel and X to confirm in America is just idiotic. I've never understood the justification for that. Oh, because it's the bottom of the face buttons and it's the default position for the... No, it's not.
Yeah. You don't press down at the beginning of Mario to go forward.
No.
Yep.
Go forward.
Yeah, well, it's a rumor, and hopefully it comes to fruition. But that says it's going to be in like what version 2.5?
2.5, yeah.
Are we only on
Yeah.
2.5?
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, it's PlayStation 4, isn't it? So.
Quite new, I suppose.
Yeah, I wonder if
Quite
they'll
new.
fix the clock.
Hey,
What's wrong with
thanks,
the clock?
Gorilla.
That was a PS3 bug in the firmware. That was...
Yeah, and everyone kept blaming Gorilla.
Well, I mean,
Right.
that bug just went on for so long, it was hilarious. It's
It was.
like, how
and
could they leave that in there for how many years was that a bug?
I think it was just trolling right at the time.
Yeah, basically, it got to the point where it was just a running gag. It's like, have they fixed it yet? Have they fixed it yet? No. I think they left it in as a bug in spite just to make it into a running gag.
Right, yeah, it must have been. I think they're just laughing. Anyways, next on the newsy front, what else have we got? You got something here?
Yeah, in this week's Famitsu was a surprising game announcement. It's called Natsuiro High School Teenage Diary.
Okay, I should know this because...
You don't. It's a new
Okay.
IP coming to the
Right, okay.
PS3 and PS4 on June 4th. In this game, you are hired to go take pictures of high school girls.
It wouldn't be the first game that did that.
And to do so, you keep track of their schedules.
It's a stalker game?
And if you alarm the girls, they will call the police on you. And you
It's
have
a
to
real... It's a stalking simulator?
you have to run away from the police, and if they catch you, you'll have to apologize.
What, to the PlayStation camera?
You'll have to apologize to the fictional girl for taking their picture.
You know, with Morpheus, you gotta bow.
There you go. Do you give him a Vita memory card and say, yeah, try and get out off that?
And some of the pictures, some of these screenshots they have of the game are of you taking down blouse and upskirt pictures.
I do that anyway.
I do. Yeah. Don't you do that?
That's part of living in Japan, right?
That's why you
There,
have.
there are posters up in
watch with the camera.
train stations saying that taking pictures of girls without their permission is not allowed.
Yes.
It's in fact a crime.
What about
They've also on the staircase.
Oh.
They've also blacked out the windows on the staircase so you can't see up anymore, because people used to stand against the staircase and look up the glass and see up ladies' skirts. But now they've blacked out the windows with like this black vinyl,
Oh,
so
gee.
now you can't see. I was quite disappointed.
So this game is rated for people aged 17 and up.
Yeah,
Hardly
right.
surprisingly. So
That's pretty awesome.
yeah,
I've always got. I always think these type of things are quite funny, but then you think about the real life implications. Like some of this, it just sounds like it's a stalker like simulator.
Well, I mean, is this wish fulfillment or is this encouraging this sort of behavior?
Or is it teaching people that
How to do
there are consequences
There are
for
consequences.
these actions?
Yeah.
And that
Well,
by
I mean,
playing
it
this
doesn't
game,
seem like the
especially
consequences are.
if it's like a yandere game and there's like a bad end, and every time you like stalk someone, they come and hunt you down and kill you. That would be like a super punishment. This is why you shouldn't do it, guys.
Well, I was saying that though. You used to have to say sorry to the police. There was an actual policeman in Japan caught taking pictures of up
There are
girls'
always
skirts.
policemen who are doing it. Actually, isn't
He
it?
was caught.
It's
He
never
had a-
normal people. It's always policemen.
He put a small pinhole type camera on the on a staircase, and he stood against the wall, like pretending to be on duty, taking photographs of girls going up the stairs, and he was caught.
Has he just not got the internet or something? Why is he taking these pictures himself? Seriously.
It's crazy, but yeah. Who is this being published by? Do you know?
Now, is this going to be anything like that Morpheus game that's coming out, where you basically just sit in a room with a high school girl and you just nod your head
Summer
or
lesson.
shake your head?
It's interesting.
I was pretty shocked when I saw this.
Which one?
Natsuiro High School.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But I mean, saying that though, I mean, it's kind of funny that people get all uppity about this. Then it's okay to run around and shoot everyone in the face and chop people's heads off and stuff.
Yeah, it's
You
like,
know,
what are the
violence.
standards, really?
It
Yeah.
just kind of makes me laugh. It's like everyone's okay with like blowing everyone up and stuff, but like slightly sexual stuff is like kind of, oh my god, you can't do that, because there was a whole big fuss about the order and a man's penis in the order.
Oh.
Big deal.
Okay, well, here's your explanation. It's brought to you by D3 Publisher, the makers
There you
Oni-chan Bara.
go. The makers of Oni-chan Bara, yeah. There
So
you go.
that would explain it.
There you go.
I wouldn't have been surprised if it were from...
Not surprised.
If it had
Do you
been from 5PP or from Enterbrain, I also wouldn't have been surprised.
Do you remember their
Top
booth at
Alpha.
TGS, Cheesy?
Yeah, that was pretty scandalous. It was this giant wall on which there was the image of a girl from the game, and she was wearing a bikini, and there were two holes poked out of the wall through which you stuck your head to play the demo, and those two holes were very strategically placed. It's like, okay.
Basically, you had head
Yeah.
in her nipples.
Yep.
Yeah. Which, if you did that in real life, yeah, that would be really cool. What
Milk
kind
time.
of behavior are we promoting, really?
Yeah,
Get
it's
your
a
head
bit ridiculous.
inside it.
Saying that though, so someone was asking on the Twitter, they're saying, what are your thoughts on Morpheus and how well do you think VR will be
Talking of
received in
which.
Japan and Japanese gamers? I think if people are able to play this stuff and in kind of without other people seeing what they're playing, they'll be all over stuff like this.
Japan's population will go down even further.
Yeah.
Yes, that.
Birth rate will
yeah.
decline.
Morpheus is
Yeah, I think it's
it's the beginning of the end for Japan. Seriously, they're going to love it to bits.
Too
I think
much.
Morpheus is going to go. I think it's going to go down really well.
Extremely.
If people can just do stuff without other people seeing what they're doing,
Yeah.
and they can get away with it, yeah, this is going to go down well.
Extremely well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Unlike
that was answered extremely easily.
But, I mean, are you guys interested in Morpheus?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I played it at TGS and I really enjoyed it, and that was like the prototype. So now that they've actually given out the specs and it's 1080p now and like 120 frames a second and stuff like that.
Nice.
And
That's crucial. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's OLED RGB, the screens.
What?
Yeah. So it's fully head tracked and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The specs seem to be better than Oculus and the HTC version as well. So the latency is like 18, and the latency on the Oculus and the HTC one is like 20 to 24. So the latency on the Morpheus is lower.
That's amazing.
I think the thing that Sony has got over the other guys is they've got expertise in making good games and hardware.
Do they make their own
And-
screens, Sony?
Yeah.
Because Oculus, they've got to rely on Samsung for all their screens.
Right.
Yeah. Sony can do it all themselves, all in the house, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the where Sony have got
Definitely
more of a chance of actually getting out a quality product, is because that they've got everything in house to do it. They've got the software, people who make great software, and a side that can make great hardware and put them together. You should have a winning formula. Now that the structure of Sony has changed, because in the past this would have been two separate things, and then they would have done their own separate thing, and then the last like 3 months they said, "Oh, let's put it together and see what happens," and it wouldn't work.
And then we'll sell it to Sony Ericsson.
Yeah,
Oh,
but now,
gosh.
but now it seems that the all of their divisions, they're all actually working together towards the same goal.
It's because they've sacked anyone that they didn't need.
Yeah, Mr. Kaz Hirai kind of shook this bad boy up, and he's let a lot of divisions go, and he's made all the divisions kind of talk to each other and tell each other what they're doing, instead of basically each division being like really secretive towards what they were actually doing and not telling any. So this has got a real chance.
I think so, definitely,
of happening. And then plus the fact then you get John Carmack coming in, who's doing Oculus and being impressed as well. And
yeah, he just gave a 2-hour talk on what he's been doing for mobile VR.
What today?
No, it was a few days ago. I still need to go watch that speech.
One. To that, he's a smart guy. Good grief.
So. Yeah, he sure is. I mean, the thing I was surprised about, he actually gave advice, even though he's working on a different product. But his overall view is, I think he just wants VR to work well.
Well, he knows Oculus can't do it alone.
Yeah, so I think he just wants everyone to try and get VR to a point where it's accepted by the audience.
Yeah, we
so
can't have it fade away like every other gimmick.
Exactly. So that's why he was trying to help.
Yeah.
So he just wants everyone to do well, so it doesn't fade away like it did like in the 90s.
Yeah, that would be a travesty to lose this head of steam. We can't let this fail again.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, I really respect him that.
The thing is, though, I think it would be good if Sony would, even though it's PlayStation, it'd be nice if they opened it up to other like PC or something.
Would be nice. I mean, that was, a big cry from the initial audience when they first announced Morpheus. It's like, is it going to work on PC?
Yeah.
All indications are that it will not.
Not yet, but...
Yeah, but you've seen
you can
play your PS4 on your tablet now. You can play it on your Sony Xperia.
Yeah, it's like if they do, this sort of virtual platform where you just stream it to any device, then they'll open up accessibility to it, but it's still not quite the same as having PC accessibility to it.
Okay, so Vita Gamer 1, he asks, why are all Monster Hunter clones like God Eater, Freedom Wars, Phantasy Star Online, and Soul Sacrifice on Vita and not 3DS? A simple answer, 3DS has Monster Hunter. They don't need anything else.
They don't need it.
Everything else is trying to be Monster Hunter and trying to sell the same number of copies as Monster Hunter. And they're not going to do that on the 3DS when they've got Monster Hunter to compete against.
But they're not going to do that on the Vita either.
Yeah, so we'll do it on a Vita where it doesn't have Monster Hunter, and we've got more of a chance to sell it. So
also, I think Sony must have been subsidizing them at some point or something, because they had this huge fighting or this hunting game promotion.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
But I really like Soul Sacrifice though.
It's hard. It's hard to get into.
I thought it was much easier to get into than Monster Hunter.
It's probably easier to get into than Monster Hunter, yeah, but not as easy as I'd have liked. The magic didn't make any sense to me. Like when you run out of magic and then you've got to like create more spells, it's like they're not magic. You basically they're just items. It's basically an RPG with no magic and just items.
Well, you could run around the level, right, and pick up renew energy from.
I suppose, yeah, you'd have to go to old levels and pick it up from there. Huh?
I liked it. So yeah, I guess that's why. Not too sure. Anyone want to read the next one? Anime blog DE, go.
So which Japanese are you the most excited for?
I think he meant game.
I hope so.
Yes.
Are you hyped for Bravely Second and Xenoblade X?
Xenoblade X, yes, because I played Xenoblade on the Wii and it was pretty awesome, but I don't know how much time I've got to put into it, but I will play it on 3DS. New 3DS. No, it's not, so it's Wii U, isn't it?
It's Wii U.
It's Wii U. Yes, I'm talking about the new 3DS version as well.
Chronicles comes out. 3DS version comes out first, doesn't it?
Oh god.
Pretty sure.
Xenoblade comes out. Let's see, what's the date on that?
I think it's the 4th, isn't it? April 2nd.
Yes. Don't have it written down.
April 2nd, the new 3DS version comes out.
Okay.
It comes out in Japan on April 2nd.
That's what I said.
Right. Chronicles X. Sorry, X is on the 29th
Of
April. Yeah.
That's the Wii U version.
For
right?
Wii U. Yeah. So it'll be on 3DS first.
Yeah, I'll be buying both.
And then Bravely Second comes out April 23rd.
And I will not be buying Bravely.
I still haven't finished the first one.
I haven't finished the first one.
I need to do that. Gosh, there's just so much.
It's funny, isn't it? It's just all of a sudden just all coming out,
All
all
at
flooding
once.
out, all at once.
Yeah, it's like we had a few quiet months here.
Yeah, there was like
holidays.
nothing.
And now
Yeah.
it's all coming out, and it's going to be too much.
I do this video series every week where I talk about what's on the PlayStation Vita store, and it's usually like there's usually loads to talk about.
Items,
Items
clothing.
and DLC, but there's usually like at least a couple games out.
You-
And for like a month I didn't do it, and I was like, why not doing on this week on PlayStation Vita? I'm like, because nothing's coming out. There's nothing to look at.
I think you must be pleased that Dead or Alive 5 didn't come out on the Vita because like the amount of costumes that they dropped on that.
I'd have
you'll be
had
there-
to read them all.
You'll still be
Gosh.
there.
Yeah.
Some of
It'll
those
still be there.
costumes just got banned from competitive play, though,
Why?
because they're too
sexy.
distracting. Okay.
Too sexy. Did you hear about them unlocking, giving a code out to unlock everything because people were getting their saves deleted?
What?
There was a bug, and people were getting their saves like deleted completely.
How?
So I don't know. It's a save issue.
DLC for free?
It was a save issue. No, it didn't get the DLC for free, but you get to unlock all of the costumes if you had it, and that were already available, but you had to unlock anyway. So if you put in this code, everything was unlocked, and
Right.
even including new breast physics as well, which apparently apparently the subtitle was OMG.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Team Ninja.
So Jeremy is Art asks, but seriously, what are your thoughts on the new 3DS after having it for several months?
I think we kind of
We've
went
already-
over that
Yeah.
at the beginning, right?
Yeah, the head tracking is the best
The
part.
head tracking, yeah, head tracking is the best.
Cover plates.
Oh,
And-
yeah,
yeah.
poor North America.
Yeah, oh god.
Oh.
It's another
They are
argument against
so
region locking.
upset.
No, it's not poor North America. Get lost.
Well, if the 3DS were region free, they could import the regular new 3DS and have their cover plates.
Yeah, there's just
Yeah.
no way at the moment.
I like spending Chris's money because every time I see a new cover plate, I send Chris a message going, "Hey, have you got this?" He's like, "No,
No.
but I think I'll have to buy it now."
Yeah, and then I buy it. Don't
Yeah.
do that anymore, please.
Why not? I know you love it. I know you love
I do
it.
kind of love it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, next question.
Okay, this is from NeoGaf. It says Firehawk 12. Okay, a bit of a random question. With all the gaming podcast expats seemingly moving back to their respective homes after years of living in Japan, have you guys entertained any similar thoughts? No,
No,
absolutely not.
I'm here to
Tell
stay.
you why. Tell you why.
Why?
You can't get an ass wash in England.
Okay, thanks for that.
The toilets, man.
They talk to you.
The toilets, they talk
They
to you.
play music.
They play music.
They warm themselves up.
Yeah.
They might
there you
decide
go.
to spray you without even asking.
I know, right? Then you got a massage one, and yeah, I mean, I can't go back and live like that and use so much paper. It's disgusting. You guys are filthy, especially in the summer. No. Toilets.
That's your reason
No.
for staying in Japan.
No, my family. Sorry.
Okay.
My family's Japanese, right? So we live here. It's either live in Japan or Australia.
Why Australia?
Why not? Australia's awesome.
Okay.
Especially in the winter in the northern hemisphere.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. The only downside of Australia I've seen at the moment is its crappy speeds on internet and games being banned.
That's pretty
But you can get around that. That's no like big deal really.
Imports.
But But yeah, no, my that's where my wife learned English. It was in Australia.
Does she have an Australian accent?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, she spent 4 years there. So, and her brother lives there now, and he's a chef. So, I think they're kind of secretly hoping that he gets a citizen, and then like the whole family can go over. But yeah, so it's either Japan or Australia. I got no real plans of going back to the UK. You, Chris?
I would consider going back to London. I think about it sometimes, but for now, plans are to stick around here for a while.
No? Okay. Cheesy?
I'm not going back to the US, but to visit. I'm pretty well settled here.
Right. Yeah, I'm settled as well.
I think I'm on the fence. I mean, it could go either way. It really does. It just depends.
Why are you on the fence? For what reason? You want the free NHS?
I don't know how long that's going to last. Well, I've got relatives who work for the NHS, and I think they can see that the money is not enough. Like, it's going to have to go private, or there won't be a health system. So yeah, I wouldn't go back for the NHS. But I just like London as a city. I don't think it would be really going back to England. I love the city. So
London is awesome. I spent 8 years in London, and London's amazing.
Yeah, so I'll have to see how I like Tokyo in the next few years. But yeah, no, I'll think about it.
At least in London, they don't tell you to stop dancing at 12 o'clock.
Oh gosh, Japan.
No, but actually, hang on. Now that you say that, you know, in England we had. Do you remember when 24-hour drinking rules came in?
Yes.
And that actually ruined everything, right? Because no one finished their drink before 12 o'clock. Everyone's like,
it was 11, right?
We could just drink until 3 a.m. And then we'd drink until 3 or 4 a.m. And we'd be like really sleepy and like, why? Why are we still out? We should have just finished our drinks at 12 and then stumbled home.
But yeah, when you do that, it costs even more money to get a taxi. Yeah, cool.
So yeah,
alrighty.
Is that?
No, I'm not. No, I have no plans to going back. Okie dokie.
Okay,
next one, Cheesy.
Right. So, Asian Knight 613 asks, what is making the PS4 a massive success?
Microsoft messing up in 2013 at the E3 conference.
That was before that even.
Even before that conference.
What did they do before wrong? What did they do wrong before that?
TV.
And that ass, Dom Matrick was his name?
Don Matrick.
Yeah, what an idiot. He was worse than a used car salesman.
Well, I mean, the word on the street was that there was going to be always online DRM, and they did nothing to quell those rumors.
No, and they just added more fuel to the fire by saying, someone said to him, but I work on a submarine, and he said, oh, we've got a product for people who work on submarines, it's called a 360, and everyone was like, what?
This was at E3, mind you.
This is at E3.
And then you've got, you know, Major Nelson snatching the microphone from Angry Joe, and just, it was a complete cluster fudge. So
yeah, you think we can just flip a switch?
By the time you had people posting ASCII art of the middle finger every second on the Xbox Facebook page, you knew it was basically over.
Yeah, Microsoft royally screwed them, and then Sony just jumped in and capitalized on every mistake possible. And some of those things, even though Microsoft have turned almost all of them around,
the damage was already done.
The damage is already done because people still think to this day
you can't play used games.
You can't play used games. There's DRM on everything. You have to be online. All of that is still there.
Yeah, perception is very powerful. Moreover, it's currently losing the big resolution and frame rate war with the PS4. Every single game is either at parity with PS4 or worse.
Yeah.
And is that because of Kinect? Isn't there a way to
No,
turn
they
the Kinect
actually
off?
released those resources back to the developers.
Yeah. So now you can actually speed up, not speed them up yourself, but developers can use that extra power if they want, right?
Yeah, they don't have to leave that amount of resources aside for Kinect anymore. They can take those back and use them.
But it's still not as fast.
But it's still not quite up to snuff with the PS4 when well-tuned. So that's the name of that tune. That's why we see PS4 running away with it.
some of the ideas that they had, like the family share, and that's cool, but we're not ready for that. We're not ready to be told that, no, you can't play used games, or I've got a game and I can't give it to my friend for him to play.
Yeah, so that just tosses an easy lob to Sony to knock it out of the park.
Well, they did, didn't they, with Shuhei Yoshida and what's his name, Adam Boyes, and they did that video.
Here's how to share games on the PS4. Here you go. Thanks.
Here you go. Thanks. That was it. But I mean, that had such a
very
huge
powerful
impact. Yeah, it was extremely powerful, and it still resonates.
Absolutely.
Even though Microsoft, they're changing policies and they fixed a lot of the problems that they had at the start. I actually like my Xbox a lot. I play it a lot.
I'm waiting for Ori.
Yeah, there you go. Waiting for that.
Isn't Xbox on Windows 10? Isn't it going to have remote play?
Yeah, between your PC, but why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
Because some Windows PCs are tablets. So that's probably the only way you could get an Xbox game in bed. If you're trying to get in bed with an Xbox.
I don't know what kind of games you're playing. But...
Xbox is a bit big to get into bed, isn't it? Yeah. No, as I said, I still enjoy my Xbox. I think it's a good machine, and like Forza Horizon is great, and Sunset Overdrive I think was a great game. I'm looking forward to like Quantum Break.
Yep.
Or stuff like that. I mean, it's got a lot of good stuff down the road, and I think it's got a lot of good stuff now. But yeah, the beginning of when it was launched, or just before it was launched at E3,
it's
and
a mess.
It was an absolute mess, and it's still going.
Yeah, give Matrix that golden parachute.
Oh God.
Well, allegedly he already had the Zynga job lined up before that.
Yeah.
So
I would have cancelled it before he would even come across as like, no way would you're coming here. Look what you've just done to that. I mean, look what Xbox.
Well, he had lots of friends there already.
Look what Xbox was. It was dominating in the West. Well, in America, in America and England, it was dominating.
Yeah, I had. I never played my PS3 when I was in England. Actually, I only played my Xbox. When I came to Japan, just swapped completely the other way.
Well, you had to, because I mean, like Xbox in Japan, Xbox One in Japan is selling it's selling in the hundreds.
Yeah.
I mean, I think 2 weeks ago it was like 190 or something like that.
Like PS Vita TV sells better than Xbox One. That's saying something.
I actually like my the Vita or PlayStation TV. I think it's a good device.
Oh, it's good, but it's like a massive.
I don't care about them saying, "Oh, it doesn't have Hulu on it." I don't use it for Hulu. If I want to watch Hulu, I can watch it on my other 700 machines I've got. Everything else plays Hulu, so I don't need Hulu for my Vita TV. Being able to play a Vita game on the TV is pretty awesome. Being able to play my PS1 classics or my Vita, my PSP classics on the TV is pretty awesome.
So last week in Japan, as a comparison, to go back to the sales numbers, the PS4 sold 46,139 units.
Thanks, Dragon Quest.
And the Xbox One sold 703 units.
700.
Ouch. But I mean, if you go back like a week before that, it sold even less.
No. Well, the PS4 sold 24,737, and the Xbox One sold 1,381. So still outselling it like 24-1.
How the sales going in the States between Xbox and PS4?
Microsoft has been really clammy about Xbox One sales for quite a long time.
They're clammy about everything.
Yeah, they've been using only shipped numbers, and even then only in combination with the Xbox 360 numbers. So
I don't blame them,
not really a clear picture of what Xbox
I don't blame
One
them
sales
because
are.
like gamers are always like, I only want to get the one that's got like the most popularity because that's the one that's going to get all the games and stuff.
Yeah, well,
Which is not really true, especially with Microsoft being such a software-based company from the start. Like, it's not just about the hardware; it's really about the titles. So.
Yeah, well, software is king. So.
Yeah. Shall I read another tweet out?
Yeah.
This one says, "How well are Amiibo doing in Japan?" from Lux Shadow on Twitter. Did we already kind of cover that?
Yeah, they're doing very well.
They're doing better than I was expecting. I was actually quite ready to say that they're doing terribly and that nobody wants them. But if you're right, I had better run to the shops and see what I can pick up. But that must have changed like in the past couple of weeks, because literally 2 weeks ago I could pick up any Amiibo that I wanted.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye out, and they've been getting harder and harder to find.
All right, how about this? I've got Unknown or Unknown 1997 says, is it better to buy a Japanese new 3DS or an English one? I'm a huge otaku, but I can't read Japanese, and I want Japanese games.
Oh gosh. Well, all of the big Japanese games from companies like Nintendo and Capcom and Square Enix are going to be localized.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Unless
what titles wouldn't, though?
Yeah, unless you're hoping for Dragon Quest or Taiko no Tatsujin.
But saying that, there's a lot of obscure Japanese games that never come out.
There are always, going to be Japanese-only games, but all of the major ones are going to be localized.
The major ones all come. But even they're getting Hatsune Miku as well. That's
so eventually you're going to be okay with waiting for localizations, and you're just going to miss out on a few niche titles that never do come over. So you're probably okay with an American system.
Yeah, I would say especially with the Nintendo, you'll be fine. And actually, with the Vita, fortunately, it doesn't matter because it is region-free. You can pick up anything you wanted.
If you are concerned about the games that never do make it out and you want the import games and they're text-heavy and you can't read Japanese, you really need to learn Japanese if you want to play those games.
Well, you're just not going to enjoy it whatsoever.
Yeah, if you're just going to struggle with the text, then there's not going to be any point in struggling with it.
Yeah, so I think if like this guy says, he's a huge otaku, so like it's probably worth learning a bit of Japanese. Actually,
that said, games and anime and manga alone are not adequate justification for learning Japanese.
It's
and I've found that people who quit Japanese are the ones who thought that they could learn Japanese from anime.
Yeah, you need probably a bit more motivation wise, but it's not a bad first motivation.
No, it's fine.
If it's like what inspires, if that's what gets you into the game, then that's fine.
But if that's your only reason for learning Japanese, you're gonna give up when you realize it's hard.
Yeah. In which case, you should probably bought the English one.
The thing is, though, before you want a Japanese game, you maybe should just research to see if it's got furigana.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
If it's got furigana in it, I would then consider buying it
as a learning aid.
As a learning aid. So maybe it's good to have a Japanese unit, but only buy the games that you know have furigana support.
Zelda
if it doesn't,
games have furigana.
Exactly. So if it doesn't, I wouldn't bother. But if it does, I would, and then that would probably benefit you learning Japanese.
Yeah, Zelda, Tomodachi Collection, Animal Crossing, and I just discovered Ni no Kuni. Have you guys played that before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which one? On the 3DS?
On DS, on the original DS.
On DS, yes, I played it.
And I just picked it up because I've never played it and didn't realize it has furigana all over it. So probably gonna try that later.
I think it needed the furigana because it was aimed at kids. So.
Yeah. But do not use games or anime or manga as your only learning tool.
Absolutely, yeah.
You need to do your book work if you're actually going to study Japanese.
Or if you want to learn any more than just like, hello.
Sugoi.
Yeah.
Sugoi, kawaii.
So then enjoying Japanese media is a benefit of learning Japanese. It's not going to be your sole motivation.
Definitely not.
It shouldn't be. It won't be sufficient.
Yeah. All right, and then what's this last one here? Human EXE. What games are you looking forward to in the next 6 months? We've already covered that. Mostly, haven't we?
Have we?
We did. We
6
covered
months.
this month.
Between now and September?
Metal Gear 5.
Oh, gosh.
Is that the only one we know?
Last Guardian? Oh, sorry.
Just twist that knife a bit more. I wonder when Final Fantasy 15 is coming out.
Oh, that's probably not till next year, right?
Do you think it'll make it out in time for the 10th anniversary of the announcement?
No.
Oh, man.
I think it'll be early 2016.
Yeah, it's probably not going to make it out until...
Because I think last time they said that they were only 70% complete.
Yeah, it takes them 9 years to do 70% of the game. Then we've got another couple years to look forward to.
Yeah, I think 2016 is probably the earliest you'll get that.
Yeah.
With Morpheus.
Oh gosh.
Wait, Morpheus is 2016, right?
Yeah, it's the beginning of 2016. It's a shame that they didn't get it out for like Christmas time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still really looking forward to the Oculus, and if that comes out this holiday season, I will be all over that, and I'll actually buy a graphics card for my PC and start playing PC games.
I'll be impressed if it does, though. I mean, do you think it'll come out for Christmas this year?
I hope so.
Like, they're still coming out with like won't DK3 be the, what's it called? Crystal something?
Crystal Cove?
Crystal Cove. Isn't that going to be just a development kit, like version 3?
Yeah, I think that was between DK1 and 2, actually.
Oh! Alright, so DK2, we think that might be the last one.
I don't know. I haven't been following it too closely, but I'm still looking forward to it.
Consumer Rift. We want it now.
Give it to me now.
Hopefully it will come out in Christmas, actually, because it'll be like Kickstarter. You know how, like, Pebble Watch.
That crap.
It's not going to be crap. It's going to be amazing.
The Pebble Watch is already out, right?
No, they've got a new one coming out, and it's going to be color e-paper.
Oh, the first one was garbage. Especially with iPhone.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be rubbish with iPhone. But it's going to last 7 days, and I don't think the Apple Watch is going to last 7 days. But the important thing is that it's coming out right before Apple Watch. So that'd be nice if Oculus came out right before Morpheus.
Well, it should be ready to go
good.
because the games have certainly been in development for long enough.
It's true, yeah.
We should have some fully fledged games ready for
Are
launch.
they real games, though, or just tech demos?
I'm sure there's going to be a smattering running the whole gamut. I mean, I'm sure we'll see some little tech demo-y type stuff, and we'll see, fully fledged, full production games. But, we'll see.
What kind of PC do you need to run Oculus, though?
Oh, I don't know if they've published specs for it yet, but probably the bigger the better.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's going to be... You need to have a pretty powerful machine to run it.
Probably.
I mean, because the PlayStation 4 isn't exactly a powerhouse when you compare it to PC games.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but the thing the PlayStation has is it's already got like controllers for it, like
True.
the Move. Even though Move, you think that when Move came out.
Yeah, it was a big.
When Move came out, they've already got past that barrier of controller input.
True, Oculus doesn't really have a controller yet.
No, it's just
they might get one though, because Samsung's got one, doesn't it, for the Gear VR?
Yeah, but is that a real?
I think it's like a Bluetooth. Controller? It's like a Bluetooth controller.
No, but what I'm saying is the Move has an actual controller that can be used in 3D.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's quite a leg up.
Yeah, so it's got a huge leg up. It's already got a device that you can use within the 3D. Because don't forget, Move came out in a 2D world. You were using a 3D object in a 2D world, but now Move is in a 3D world with a 3D controller.
Yeah.
So it's got a huge. It's got a lot more. I think it's got a lot more advantage as well. Plus, there's like 20. Now at the moment, there's 20 million machines out. So this time next year, 35 million? I don't know, 30 million?
Yeah,
maybe more.
But Japan does have the entire sort of underground Dojin game thing, and I think they're gonna take Oculus and go, haha, what we have always wanted, and they'll make it an underground success, so much that there'll be so much more software for the Oculus than there will be for Morpheus.
Oh yeah, there's always going to be more. Always going to be more software on a PC game. A PC.
But yeah, but I think gameplay wise, like for proper run around shooting stuff, action games, it'll be better on Morpheus.
I for one welcome our new VR overlords.
Sorry. Oh yeah.
I for one welcome our new VR overlords.
It's over. Oh
dear.
Population down.
Yeah.
That's how you know it was a success.
Goodbye, real world.
Yeah, the Japanese are going to have to rely on foreigners to repopulate their country.
They're not letting the foreigners in.
So they're not
Unless
letting
they're
them in
skilled.
anymore.
Unless they're skilled. Engineers.
Yeah.
Engineers you're allowed in.
Right.
Is that it?
Yep.
Is that all we've got?
That's all I think so.
Where can they find you on the Twitters?
Okay, yeah. If you want to follow me, I am GJ Mizuhara on Twitter. I have a YouTube channel as well. It's called Redstone Gamer TV. If you'd like to follow Cheesy, it's
At Cheesemeister3K.
there. You go. Do you have a YouTube channel, sir?
Not really, no.
No. Okay.
But you can find me on NeoGAF as Cheesemeister.
Aha, you're on there as well.
Yep.
You do lots of. You've been doing live translations of like Nintendo events and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Directs
like
and stuff.
TGS, Nintendo Direct, regular Japanese news. I might post in English. So
But like there was a direct the other day. I think it was Xenoblade, and you translated that, right?
yeah, so just last night there was a Xenoblade X Direct about the battle system, and I did live translation on that.
Coolio. Yeah, so follow Cheesy there. And if you'd like to follow Chris, aka Nihongo, or Nihongo Gamer, aka Chris, I don't know which one you want to call him, you can follow him on.
You can follow me on Nihongo Gamer, at Nihongo Gamer on Twitter, or we just got the domain, so it's nihongogamer.com. Woo! It used to be
Well done, congratulations.
It used to be my old domain, // Nihongo Gamer, so that's out now. It's now at nihongogamer.com. And,
Right.
quite excitingly, I have 2 photos on Instagram. So,
Wow.
I've got a whole 2 pictures.
Are they both
it
of
food?
food?
They're
Yeah.
not. They're
What?
pictures of game boxes.
Post
Even,
food.
even better, I'm off the bathroom.
Yeah. Don't follow me on Instagram. There's nothing there to see yet. I just thought I would join Instagram because everyone was telling me to try it.
How about YouTube, sir?
Oh, and YouTube is YouTube. Just search for Nihongo Gamer. One word.
Okay,
Check them
you
out.
do have capture cards for both Vita and D3DS?
Yeah, I've got them both built in as mods, and so I do lots of gameplays and unboxings. And generally, I try to do videos as well where I'm actually
You're
like,
a bit of a musical master, I see.
I like to put some music in where possible.
Looks like you can play piano, guitar.
Well, I mean, it was my old job. Before I came to Japan, I was a composer for various video games, but haven't had as many opportunities to do it so far in Japan. That will hopefully be changing this summer.
Cool. You need to get down to Bit Summit in Kyoto.
Yeah, I thought that was this weekend actually,
No,
and it's
it's
not,
in
is it?
June.
It's changed.
Now. It's in the summer, right?
Yep.
Normally.
No, it was
You need to
March
get-
last year, but
It was March last
it
year,
March?
and that's why
Back
I
now.
think that's why I thought it was March this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to get yourself to Bit Summit and then do some mingling.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I'm looking forward to. And once I've got a bit more time after the summer, I'm gonna try and write more music and stuff.
And then get yourself to TGS and then do the same thing.
Oh yeah, I need to get myself the business pass.
I can do that.
You need to
I
link
am the
me.
master
You need to
of-
hook me up.
I'm the master of business passes.
okay.
Okie dokie. Anyways, yes. So that was Redstone Gamer. That was episode 67. And I'm not going to say I'll see you next week because it never happens. I'll just say, what's got some of this?
Let's go some of this.
Let's go to some of this.